Hello? Exiles? Does this thing still work? It has been... It's been a little bit of time since we've hopped on this stream thing, wouldn't you say? Now, I must say, not much has happened in the world of Path of Exile 2 that's newsworthy. You know, I've continued to play it. Of course, there was the big last Epoch release, which I had one stream of, and we'll talk about that momentarily. There's also the new Diablo 4 season today. No Rest for the Wicked drops in 2 days, I believe. The world of ARPGs is quite busy, but PoE2 has been basically silent. The next patch, G020G, I believe it's G, should be hitting tonight, but we've heard no news of that thus far. I actually don't even know if anybody is going to tune in to watch this stream. Well, there we go. We have some people. As you can see, my settings are a little funky, and you might notice that I'm not on screen right now. There's a good reason for that. I have an 8-month-old little baby named Piety. Hi, little Piety. Are you sitting here while mommy gets Maven to bed? Yeah. I've got Piety here while Maven is going to bed. So, hey, I always talk to myself before people arrive in true try fashion. Oh my goodness, here the chat is whoa. See, the chat is all messed up. Here we go. Let's fix that chat, you guys. The height, let's go 1500. And that 1000? Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Here you go, guys. We're just chilling for a sec while I have my little girl with me. And then we'll hop into the real stuff. Hey, what's going on, Sanctum? Hey, Overcrimp, Gerpa. I think I saw Sir Kayan. What's happening, dude? Your daughter's name is actually Maven. I just had to come up with something Path of Exile related. No shade on Maven. I wanted to name one of our daughters, our second daughter, Talina, after a character in Heist. So, fret not about that name. I don't think there's anything wrong with the name. We good. Alright, I think the text is too big, so let's turn the text down to like 42. Alright, Exiles. I think we've got... I also completely reformatted my computer, fresh install of Windows, reinstalled all my programs, so everything's a little funky. Hey, Baka Grappler, what's happening? Hey, Yannick, what's going on? I'm so tired from grinding game dev. Oh my goodness, Vladis. I hope your game's going well. I'd love to check it out one day. Hey, Hung Step Bro, what's happening? Hey, Brian. Hello. PoE2's a blast. Took Arbiter down for the first time. Congratulations, Brian Paul. It's a good feeling. I watched my brother-in-law do that last night. He was the first of our group to reach Arbiter. It was quite the battle. He died about 25 times, but he finally got him down. Today's conversation is with Off-Meta Michael. He is a Path of Exile 2, Diablo 2, Final Fantasy music content creator, and it's going to be about Path of Exile 2 020 and feedback about the game. Off-Meta Michael has been doing some feedback videos, quite a few feedback videos actually, and he has some interesting ideas and some bad ideas, and I'd like to fight him on some of it. Hey, Squirtle Squad, dude, thanks for the prime. What's going on, dude? I know it's been a bit. So, let's get into that. I guess I'll do my little monologue. You guys won't see me because I still have Piety here. Hi, Piety. So, what happened? Okay. Here's the truth. Here's the truth, guys. I talked a little bit about it before the podcast with Sir Gog, Dreamcore, and Alcohol. I did not enjoy last Epoch. I'm so sorry. I know lots of you guys really enjoy it. I have people around me who really enjoy it. It just did not vibe with me, you guys. And you know what? I felt so freaking bad. I could not stream it because I just felt that I didn't want to... You guys know I'm generally good vibes, right? And if bad vibes are coming out, I don't know. I felt like I was, by the end of it, I felt like I was forcing myself to play it, and that's horrible. You know, I talked to the devs, right, and I really thought I was going to enjoy the game, and when I got to endgame, guys, my enjoyment died. It plummeted. I could not push myself. I know if you get to empowered monos, it gets better, and touching the woven echoes and all the special crafting encounters and boss encounters, it all just gets... I'm just not into the build craft. The loot hunt just isn't my jam, really. And it didn't mesh with me. And I had very limited time. I did slash played on my... Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I did slash played on my Amazon. I've played 39 hours of PoE2 since launch on April 4th. All right, for a PoE2 enjoyer, for a lover of the game, holy crap, that's like nothing. I played about 11 hours of last Epoch, and I called it quits for the season because I had very limited time, and I actually had PTO from my job for about a week and 2 days, all last week, and I barely played video games. The most I played was Sunday night. Sunday night was the most I played, and it was the last day of my break. The rest of the time I was just spending with my family. We went to the zoo. We went to so many parks. I was basically a full-time girl dad, and it's a different type of tiring. Way different than my full-time job. That's more mental exhaustion, although, oh my goodness, my 3-year-old is in hyper talk-back phase. It's like a flip switched. And she is a different person. I can't even believe it. So, yeah, so that's what happened there. I just wasn't enjoying last Epoch. I swapped back to PoE2, and I was just taking a little bit of break from my real work and this. So, okay. That little monologue is over. Hey, Kalturak, what's going on, dude? I seemed so hyped, and I was so hyped, and I was so disappointed. I just didn't enjoy it. It was really unfortunate. Yeah, PoE is my addiction right now, unfortunately. The endgame still needs more to hook people. Ellie into early endgame is lots of fun. See, I just didn't get it, man. 3-year-olds are the worst. I don't know why they say terrible twos. Both our daughters went wild in 3. My daughter has gone in, like, I don't even know how to fathom it. It actually gave me some perspective on how some people act in the broader gaming community, and I guess our own little ARPG community. It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild drawing comparisons. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, just watching how she's acting and then seeing some people act like that. Ooh. EHG did really make improvements to endgame though to give them their flowers. No, bro, overcrimp. 100%. They made drastic improvements to the endgame. I've still been, I did my research, right? I was ready for that interview. I've consumed all the content. I've looked at their design manifestos and their philosophies and the systems, and they all seem great. The deal breaker, I guess I didn't say this, is literally just the feel of the game and the combat. That is literally it. I just couldn't get into it. Just graphically, animation-wise, the abilities, it just did not vibe with me. The characters, I care about that stuff more than buildcraft, which is crazy that I haven't gotten into like Elden Ring or Dark Souls or The Witcher or, all these single-player games that don't focus too much on buildcraft, right? They really focus on the impact that you have on the world and the moment-to-moment gameplay. I've just never got into those, like, at all. I just like multiplayer games, and PoE2 has that in spades, even though a lot of its other systems are janky. Like, loot, oh my goodness, loot, guys. Oh, wait until you see my stash. Oh, my stash. Yikes. Okay, sorry, I'm reading chat now. My daughter is asleep. She's in my arms. Everyone has those games they know are objectively good, but they don't enjoy playing. For me, that's Skyrim. Oh, hung step, bro, man. Skyrim and I. Ooh. I did the worst thing possible. I played the main quest of Skyrim, and I bounced. How bad is that? Isn't that bad? It's a massive yikes, in my opinion. PoE2's moment-to-moment combat just feels so damn good. Yeah, it's got bugs, but I don't know how I can go back to older ARPGs, lol. Yeah, I did think that originally, Keltorak. I went back to PoE1, and it's a very different vibe, but it does hold up. At least when I went back for Freesia. I got to level 80, and then I came back to PoE2, but it was enjoyable for that bit. The PoE2 campaign is outrageous. World-building encounters are so good. Yeah. How far into the main quest, though? How far am I into the main quest, Valatus? Oh, sorry. In Skyrim, I killed... Oh, what's the guy's name? Is it like... Archaon? Well, I don't even remember. I played like 20 hours of it, dude. I didn't do any side quests. I was a big dummy. I killed the big dragon guy. Aldaex? I can't even remember. I've never played Oblivion. Although I'm watching an Oblivion playthrough by Wooden Potatoes right now, and it's pretty entertaining. Wait, it's Parthenax? Elduin. That's it. That's right. Hey, Alex Albert, what's going on, dude? Hey, Yannick. Yeah, it has a main quest, and that's what I followed. Like, that was the first... I bought into the hype, right? Back when I think I was 12 when it came out. When did it come out? 2011? I was 12. Yep, I was 12 in 2011. And I just bought it, played through the main quest, and I was like, what? Okay, I'm done. I'm the anti-try. I've never done the main quest, just 500 new playthroughs of side quests. I have heard that is the way to go. So you're actually playing the right way, and I'm playing the wrong way. Hey, Bretson, what's happening, dude? Not a big fan of the template telegraphs in LE. I much prefer the immersive telegraphs in PoE2, voice lines, body language, etc. Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. It's everything to do with the monsters and the characters that I very much prefer. Even, honestly, oh, that's going to get me in trouble. Okay. All right, I'm going to say it. Last Epoch feels worse than PoE1 in terms of loot. In terms of overabundance of loot. Okay, of course, if you know what you're looking for, you can sculpt your filter to perfectly fit your needs because everything drops identified. But if you don't, and you don't want to follow a guide, and you're just taking the experience as it comes, like I do, like a big dummy, then it is egregious the amount of loot that drops on the ground. And I spend more time like hovering over all the loot pieces wondering, do I want that for my build? Do I want that for my build? And as someone who is not, I'm not a good build crafter. It is tough, guys. It's really tough. Okay, you get a lot of loot, right? But I do understand if you have the proper filter, you don't get drawn to loot because you're only seeing the loot that you need, especially if you're in the Circle of Fortune, right? You can just say, I want these exact affixes to show, I want it to be this color, and I'm just going to search for that. And people can basically sculpt their gameplay experience. I talked with my boss about this, and he's 100% right. And I think Sir Gog said it too. He's like, it's a good 30 to 40 hour game if you're a master of it and you know what you want to do. You can absolutely beat it and just do it in like 40 hours and have a great time. If that's the kind of gameplay you like. No, Crypt. I totally know, bro. Just make a filter. It's so easy in Last Epoch. I know it's easy if you know what you're looking for. I'm not smart. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking for. I was a Forge Guard Sentinel, and I kind of knew how I was scaling, but I didn't know exactly. Like, I don't know. I'm not an encyclopedia of the modifiers, and I typically just pick up loot, look at the stats, determine, is this good, is this bad, do I want this stat, do I not want that stat, right? I don't do a lot of planning, and it's worked for me in most ARPGs, but by the time I got to Last Epoch's endgame, I was just kind of burnt out, and I wasn't enjoying myself, so I bounced. But I know lots of people are loving it. I'm not throwing shade. They've done an excellent thing. It's so cool to have this sort of competition, and it's only going to make the games I enjoy more better. And of course, you can play all these games, right, too. A lot of people like to cycle all between them. I don't think I'm going to have the time to do that in the future, especially with my wild 3-year-old daughter. I enjoy Last Epoch because each skill has its own skill tree, and experimentation is a huge plus, yet I always go back to PoE2. Something just about it grabs me more despite its state right now. Guys, it is in a wild state, okay? Like, I don't even know what... Loot is so odd. Is it not odd, guys? Am I crazy? Like, okay, wait. I can log in. Here you go. Let's look at my stash, Exiles. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go over to my stash like that. There you go. Okay. This is 39 hours of gameplay. Okay? And I can't slam items. Okay? I have a limited number of X, right? 13 chaos, though. Oh, I got 10 chaos from that Parandis box, the gamble box. What a cool, freaking, unique strong box, guys. Oh, and I got my first Greater Jeweler's Orb last night. How awesome is that? I've been waiting for that forever. Look how many lessers I have. I have a ridiculous amount of lessers. Okay? But otherwise, I've found no Divine Orbs so far. No Divine Orbs. Can you believe that? I do have Rarity. What do I have right now? Let me... no, it's G... And then here, I have 27% right now. I just upgraded some stuff, major defenses. So I couldn't find a rarity for this. But essentially, I used to have a 500 evasion rating chest plate. I upgraded to this massive 16... Oh, you guys can't see it. I'm a silly boy. I upgraded to this massive one, 1600. Because I literally, guys, I found this with the evasion rating on it, and I slammed all these other mods. Look at that. I slammed 5x on this. I am not SS. I swapped to trade. I was SSF, but I eventually swapped to trade because it was just too much. So I've been selling items for like 1 to 3 exalted orbs and making bank while doing so. And I'm not taking handouts. I'm progressing myself. I have 2 unique maps on the screen, you guys. I'm hoping I can do them on stream. I have the Lake of Kalandra one and the Boss Rush map. I've gotten 3 overall and 1 perfect orb, but that was 4 days ago and nothing since. They should have buffed the base accordingly, but they forgot. It has to be the rarity changes, guys. Something had to happen there. Like, there's no way this is intentional. The only thing is, Grinding Your Games, if you're listening right now, why is it taking this long? I have had 4 of my friends, my personal friends, quit because loot's not dropping. These dudes were addicted in 010. Addicted. And they are not playing anymore. They're not playing. They're not getting any currency, so they can't edit their items. They're getting poor just drops in general, and they're not playing anymore. 2 of them went to Last Epoch. 1 of them is blasting the heck out of Last Epoch. It's my boss, by the way. My boss is blast. He's got a, what did he say? Like level 98 paladin. He's going to fight Uber Aberoth and peace out. My boss is an absolute blaster. I'm pretty sure he's still higher level in PoE2 than I am. And he stopped playing after like a week and a half of the league. It's kind of crazy. Oh my. My guess is that they lowered the base loot because the assumption was that wisps were meant to be currency explosions, but then the wisp mechanic was bugged and fell flat. Massively flat, man. That's one thing that I always thought Grinding Your Games knew how to do, right? Is really juice up that initial league mechanic. I know people meme on them sometimes for league mechanics, especially like crafting based ones not being rewarding at the start. But the ones wherein you juice stuff, wherein you make a big pop, usually they have those feeling pretty good. Oh my goodness. I am killing wisped monsters in T15 maps with like 5 rare mods in addition to the wisp mod. And I'm getting like 2 rare items dropped. or augmentation orbs. And I'm thinking, well, huh? What? It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, another thing, I found the best bases from merchants. Baka Grappler, I'm seeing that right there. Thanks to the UI update and rares and merchants, I've been able to find some rares I could sell and trade for extra exalted to buy gear myself. Yeah, trade is basically required with the currently 100%, and merchants are so valuable even in endgame. I'm not kidding. I found spears with like tier 6 fizz accuracy on them. Like, what? I found one with 4% increased crit chance. Oh my goodness. Base crit chance, that is. Once you get juice, T15's loot is good. I'm having very little issues. Okay, so that's where I gotta get. I'm getting close. I did here. I'm keeping a little journal of my maps because I'm a crazy person. I did 3 6-mod T15s last night. I did a crypt, a hive, and a savannah. I played for 1.5 hours last night. I was able to do a T14 decay, a T14 sinking spire. Okay. A T14 step, T14 blooming field, T14 crypt, and then 3 6-mod T15 maps, crypt, hive, and savannah. Okay. It's okay, sweetie. Here. It's okay. I tried SSF1 in 0.1, but the game isn't ready. It's not. It's not, Caltrack. You're totally right. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, sorry. No, not juiced. I'm not a juicer, guys. Juiced as in 6-mod exalt and 1 waystone. Or sorry, 1 tower on them. I'm not a giga juiced, dudes. I don't think I've ever giga juiced anything. It's hard to go back to mapping when you can make 40 divines per hour just doing trade strategies. Ooh. Oh yes, I do have a. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Piety is getting upset that I'm talking. You're okay. You're okay, sweetheart. Mommy is getting Maven to bed. I'm sure she's gonna get Maven to bed. It's okay. I know. Yeah, I don't have nearly enough currency. Okay, well, you guys are hearing my lovely 8-month-old say hello. Okay, I might have to mute. One sec, guys. All right. I am here. Let's see. All right. Yeah, those are my code names for my daughters. They're not my real daughters' names. No, I had to give them code names while I was speaking with them. What's going on, Exiles? I'm actually here this time. My wife may be slightly upset that both daughters are awake. But there are sacrifices that we all sometimes make. We're willing to make the sacrifices. Goodness. Okay, here, let me fix this chat box right here. There we go. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna show all my stats right now. Let's hop in, dudes. Let's hop in. Okay, game. And, alright. Here. Alright. I gotta move around some stuff. Remember, this is basically new computer. Let me, wow. I'm giga tiny here. Here you go. Go right there. How about right here for now? That works. Okay. That's gonna have to work for now, dudes. Okay, we in. Let's see. Welcome, welcome. I am real. I am still real. I am still alive. That wasn't just AI or anything. All right, we'll fix that stuff later. Okay. I got the Ryzen stuff a little bit ago. A new Ryzen CPU, the top of the line, 9900 something. And I just I reinstalled Windows and everything, so all my settings are a little screwed up. Okay, so /kills, /played. There's my /killed and /played. Oh, you guys can't see it. I am at 63,000 monsters killed. 1 day, 15 hours played. And if we go to my cosmetics, I just equipped these around endgame, guys, so they're not fully accurate. How do I see the belt? Where are the scrolls? Extras? I've never used these before.
For the cowgirl.
Hey, Brown Eyed Aries. Thanks for the T1, dude. Yes, okay. So remember, this is at endgame, guys. 4 months. Hell yeah. So 734,000 gold, 0 of each pinnacle. These are my monsters killed. 98 unique, 744 rares, 2,200 blues, 35,000 whites, and 24 unique items. But remember, guys, I purchased this pretty late into the league. So that's not from the beginning. Next league will be super cool to see. You got 5 div drops today? What? Oh, but you're giga juicing? Okay. I know, I gotta keep my ob stuff backed up. I know. Oh my gosh, speaking of ob stuff. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. No! Oh my god. Let's give this... Let's chat for a moment, Exiles. I gotta do something. Let's see. Where is it? Editor. Studio mode. There we go. Okay. We need to add a new scene. It's going to be called Podcast Scene. That's funny. Oh, what announcement are you talking about, Minnie? You go. Oh, let's do this. Here. Let's duplicate that. Pod. There we go. Chat box. Chat box, you're done. You're done. Remove. Yep. That's good. Yeah, subtle well, okay. Alright. I'm not gonna make an excuse. I'm gonna make a slight excuse. Okay. It has been very hectic. Like extremely hectic at my household. My daughter has completely changed as a person. It's kind of wild in the past few days. But alas, 'tis life. 'Tis life. Okay. B2. 2-person. I think this is the one. Does it have the sheen? I'm gonna see if it has the sheen here. Fit to screen. Alright. Alright, that's good. That's good. That's good. And that's gonna go there. And that's gonna go... This is fun. This is fun, guys. I'm totally being a pro... Oh, it disappeared. Crap. I forgot to loop it. There we go. I'm being a pro streamer right now, okay? I've got, like, multiple things open. I'm going absolutely ham in the editing suite. I knew this was going to happen. I just wanted to chat with you guys. Hey, Nubular, what's going on? Yeah, the open shirt, guys, it's 82 degrees outside. I have my window open. I hope you guys can't hear anything in the background. Tomorrow comes. True. The unique research box is absolutely incredible. Huge fan of that. Okay, media file, video, sound clips. No, I need an image. There's the image, add source, image, right here. And that image, transform. Don't worry guys, we're almost finished here. I got 2 divines and a screen worth of loot from the unique strongbox that respawns the rares. If you use the open to reopen them, they're definitely worth it. Oh, I got a Giga juiced one of those from that strongbox. The expedition one, I believe, is the one you're talking about. And it did not go well. Did not go well. I'm waiting for 020G, which will improve loot a bit more soon. Yeah, it should drop tonight. You know, I don't want to hold them to anything, but they did say it would drop tonight. Okay? So, let's see what happens. All right, it's going to be a janky text file here because I'm pretty sure I don't have add source text. Do I have? I don't. Okay. What shall we bless Michael with? Let's bless him with, I don't even know. Franklin Gothic Medium off. Oh. Off. Meta. Michael. There we go. Alright. Are we good? We good, guys? I saved it. I saved the stream. Totally. Okay? We're good. No. They said it would drop in the first half of this week. Which, it is currently Wednesday, New Zealand time. Wednesday's hump day. It was very likely it drops today. Within the next 12 hours. But that might change. I don't want to hold them to anything. This might be a bit of a hot take, but do you think tying skills to a specific weapon is bad? It feels bad right now, especially because there's a lack of skills. I think it will feel better once there's a wider array. But I also think we had this discussion on the pod, and I do agree with Dreamcore. I think it was Dreamcore, who said that certain skills should definitely be opened up to more weapons. For example, Falling Thunder, that could totally be a mace skill too, right? So these skills that make sense thematically, I think they should open them up to other weapons eventually. Maybe they're thinking about doing that down the line, and they just don't have the time to do it right now. But I do think that would be the proper direction to go, yes. I do agree with that. Where did they say that it would drop in the first half of the week? They posted this on Reddit. I'm not kidding you. They said they're aiming to get it out in the first half of this week. I'm not lying. It was on Reddit. That does not change anything, Sir Can. What do you mean? If it was tied to like mesas, then you could use, you know, you could scale with maces. For Falling Thunder, for example, you could scale with maces. You could use certain uniques, right? You're closer to certain clusters on certain classes that involve maces, right? There's a reason you can weapon swap. True, I haven't touched weapon swap. I'll be honest, like I haven't touched weapon swap. You're totally on point. Here, I want to make sure this is all good. Really quick, guys. Live with the jank, guys. It's just going to be jank for this one pod, and then it will be back to good on Thursday. Believe me. Trust the process. Trust the process. Okay, that's good. Okay, I believe I'm good. Am I good? Yeah, I'm good there. Cool. I look like a golem? What do you mean I look like a golem? Bro, what is that, some sort of like I think Stone Golem, Clay Golem, Iron Golem, Adamantine, Mithril Golem from D&D. I don't know what you mean, bro. Care Bear, thank you. Do I have backup power? Dudes, I do not have a generator. No. My entire house lost power. It wasn't just my computer. It was my entire home that lost power that day. Hey, T Giants Band, what's happening? Okay, finally, we are good to go. We have the pod in about 23 minutes. I'm going to show you my own creation. I'm not even lying. I found out about Tangleton a few days ago. I bought one for 5 Exalted Orbs and basically quadrupled my damage. I'm not even kidding. Hey, thanks for the membership, T Giants fan. Thanks for renewing that. I know you've been a member for a bit. I appreciate that. So, here is my trash passive tree. I have not looked at anybody else's passive tree. Okay. I don't know if this is good, if this is bad. I'm pretty sure everybody takes this node right here. So I think at least this is fine. I think everybody takes the crit node. I'm assuming the crit node's here, right? I have not done my final ascension yet. I don't know where I'm going to go with the final ascension. It might be this infused avatar. Or I might do this if I eventually get a better spear. But I don't know if I'll get a better spear than this because I'm bad. Okay. Oh, thank you, T Giants Bane. What else do I have to show you guys? I got Kitokos. I actually saw people chatting in global chat about this and bought it. Big knowledge there, big brains. And yeah, the rest of the stuff is just basic resistances, some rarity. I'm gonna go full evasion, I think, and maybe energy shield evasion once I can scale it a bit, but I can't scale it right now. You've been playing Undecember lately. I gave that a try once. It actually played pretty well for being like a pay-to-win game. I don't know if it's actually pay-to-win. Time to buy 2 UPS devices, interrupted power supplies, one for the router, one for your computer. Then you will have around 2 to 3 hours of power in the case of an outage. Oh my gosh, UPS devices? Okay, I'll look that up. No, wait. Costume cats. I'm fine. I just haven't looked up any build guides. It is pay to win because of RMP. I do not. Real money. Diesel generator. That's not happening. Okay. Anyway. Anything else to show about the build? Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm also weird. So, of course, we got Lightning Spear as the main, right? I also use Primal Strikes on rares and bosses, and it does way more damage. I also use Thunderous Leap quite a bit to travel and to get over gaps. It's actually kind of awesome, especially in Trial of the Sekima. And then I also have Stormlance, but it doesn't really do too much. I don't really have it scaled that much. What do I have on it? Innervate and Conduction. It's actually kind of crap. It really doesn't do much. I could probably scale that a little bit more on bosses for it to do more. And then I do Manual Sniper's Mark if needed. But right now I have Combat Frenzy running, so I almost never really need to Sniper's Mark unless I'm on a boss. And that is my build. I'm having a good time, and I'm gonna show it off to all you guys. So here's my Atlas. Okay, I'm actually right here at a Nexus, so we can do this Nexus. Let's do this Nexus, and then maybe I can path to. I think I have a Megalith somewhere. Where's the Megalith? Am I just missing it? Am I being a dummy? I thought I had a Megalith somewhere. Ah, yes, Megalith, the Feral Megalith. So I'm actually what? 1, 2, so 3 maps away from the Megalith, 2 maps away from the Megalith, and then I have a Lake of Kalandra right here. So before we chat with Michael, I think we can at least do this. Let's give it a go. After playing it, I'm actually more positive toward PoE2. Oh, well, that's awesome, Genocide Grant. Yeah, I'm having a really good time. I truly am. Like, I understand what... Wait. Oh, you bastard. Wait. What? Okay, I'm not musking it, guys. Like, look, those looked connected. It's going... What? Okay, wait. So... Oh, bro. Okay, so I have to do this. That looks connected. Come on. You gotta forgive me. You gotta forgive me there, dudes. Okay. Okay, we're doing a seepage. I don't want to get my butt kicked, so we're just gonna do 3 mods. Just in the cases. Okay. I turned my audio down a little bit more. Let me know if it's too low. Okay. Okay, the rares being on the minimap is also pretty crazy. How bust? I can't see my health. This is really bad. I actually can't see my health because my mic is in the way. I'm gonna have to reorient my desk after this map because I don't want to die. But Lightning Spear is just so satisfying as a skill. Like all the it just flies everywhere, and lightning bolts come down from above, and it's just bouncy, and you're using these charges, and it just feels so weighty. And look, it just blows everything up, and then sometimes when it leaves stuff behind, you got to go on. Oh, look, an Exalted Arc. You got to go on like this crazy mission to take out the remaining monsters using Primal Strikes, and it's just so fun. Making my way to the... Oh, God! Oh, God! I'm also incredibly squishy, so I've had to play pretty dang safe. Otherwise... Oh, boy. We're playing PoE1 now, guys. We're playing PoE1 now. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's just do the boss. There's no way I'm going to die on this boss and lose the rest of the map, so I'm fine with doing it. Okay, the only problem with Stormlands is that sometimes I don't know when I've shocked an enemy. Like right now, obviously I've shocked the enemy, right? To do my Primal Strikes. So I feel like that's pretty okay damage, right? And the fight's pretty decent, you know? It's not, I'm not steamrolling it like I was with my monk and the bell. I actually had to engage in the mechanics. Like, I like that. But I bet if I looked up like Fubgun's passive tree and his gem setup, I bet I would be completely obliterating everything. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, guys, I can't play. I'm not good enough to play toward the vision. Like, I don't have the skill. I actually have to like kill a lot of the monsters very quickly on screen. I can't. I don't think I can get gear to support the vision right now. Maybe eventually. I'll have to see. Oh, okay. See. I swear I've died to Corpse Explosion more this patch than in any Path of Exile patch ever before. Seriously. Bub's Deadeye is with Wind Serpent Fury. It's disgusting to play. Oh, I know there's UI to get the health bar over my character, but it distracts me. Just like I don't like having the overlay on most of the time. Okay. But yeah, that was basic math. You one-shot everything with that? Yeah, that sounds pretty busted. I haven't looked at like any build guides except for Kaltarak's Thorn builds. Because, no offense, Kaltarak, I'm not gonna play a Thorn build if you're still here. But it's so interesting to see these constructed and see how people absolutely love Thorns. Okay, so now I should be able to go here. Okay, great. Yeah, let's go. Galvanic shards, shock burst rounds, tactician destroys maps and bosses, but I've got great gear. My brother-in-law is doing rapid fire. That's what he did the Arbiter on last night for the first time, and it was so entertaining to see that fight. Or is it what's the machine gun? That's rapid fire, right, guys? He's a rapid fire tactician, and he kept pinning the Arbiter. It was an ethical Arbiter kill. This is trade, but I guys, I'm just not like, I'm not a hyper optimized dude, and I have not played a ton. So I don't know exactly what the best stuff is. I'll do that expedition later. Oh boy. Okay. Tell me if you agree, you guys. After playing the endgame for a good chunk, I think the most dangerous monsters are actually the corruption monsters. They actually seem the most busted out of everything else, especially the white corruption monsters. They seem quite powerful. When I got Kyoko's current, or Kotoko's current, whatever it is, that basically changed the way this build plays, because the electrocute procs so much, it's crazy. I can electrocute bosses, I can electrocute like every rare. I can imagine rolling maps with harder to activate, like what is it? Threshold. Ooh, thresholds will probably screw my character over quite a bit. River hags are the most dangerous for you. Yeah, I have not died to river hags yet, but they force you to play differently, so I do understand that. They quite massively changed the way the whole game is played. My new least favorite modifier for rares is proximal tangibility. I didn't realize how bad it was when I was playing a Tempest Flurry Monk last patch. I have seen the light, and it is definitely terrible. So, yeah. Yeah. That definitely changes the way that you play. Oh. Yeah, this is very nice, being able to leap over stuff. None of the movement skills I used last patch allowed me to do that. That's been a pretty big quality of life addition to just playing PoE2. I might have that like on weapon swap, honestly. Because it seems a lot faster than Leap Slam. I don't actually know if it is faster. But it's quite nice to use. I wish that I could guarantee the shocking ground at the end of it, though. That'd be beyond busted. Alright. Now here's another question for all of you guys. Do you fully clear the maps? Or do you get the rares and run? I'm not sure what the best strategy is. Obviously, I'm going to go do that expedition. But I've been mostly clearing rares and running. But I'm wondering if that is leading to my lack of currency. Fully clear because you have OCD. Do you fully clear in PoE1 though? Do you? Actually in PoE1, I'm mostly fully clear. Like 90% probably. If you play PoE1, you might not play PoE1. Oh, there's a Bara. I'm surprised I don't have my final ascendancy. I failed 4th floor a little bit ago. It was pretty rough. Okay. Let's immediately go there. That's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah. That's big. Oh, this is gonna be a juicy one, guys. Why can't I place it there? Okay, there you go. Let's go. All right, 2 logbooks. That's my prediction. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who's doing that? Was that one of the mages? Uh-oh. This little encampment is really screwing me over here. Okay, that right there, the lightning storm as well, is quite powerful. Oh boy, there we go. Oh. Okay, we good. We good. Oh wait, there's a guy right here. Oh no, 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 I didn't see him. All right, we're set. We're set. We're set. One more guy. I have not done nearly enough. Oh, wow. 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 Lots of currency. I have not done nearly enough expeditions to be able to constantly utilize. Hey, Zao, man. Thanks for the 7 months at tier 1. That is a juicy one indeed. Look at that. That was a pretty juicy one. Pretty good. Hey, Surfing It. What's happening, man? I'm using Tangle Tongue. Yeah. I stumbled upon it just like I saw Kotoko's current was good for Lightning Spear in global chat. I looked it up and I was like, oh my god. I can't believe I didn't buy this for 2 Exalt sooner. Absolute disaster. Immediate massive improvement to my character. Like sometimes I'm just being dumb not looking up these things. Or just doing a bit of minor research. I'm handicapping myself, and I really shouldn't. Okay. Get everything set up for Michael! Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Sinks like your Herald with Lightning Strike, you will see real destruction. Bro, you think I have enough for perfect Jeweler's Orbs? How much of those? How much? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look right now. Currency exchange. I want perfect. I have Exalted. 220. Bro. No. Not even close. I am level 86. I have 36 Exalted Orbs in the stash. I probably have not made 100. Well, I can actually check how many I found. Here. At least since endgame. I have picked up 69 nice Exalted Orbs. And I've probably sold about 30x in items. Dude, I don't have div. I don't have div. You guys are so funny. You guys think I have divine orbs. I don't have any of that stuff. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see. You should pin 19% crit Tangle Tongues and try to snipe one for like 3 div. 2 div. Neither of those is happening. My mates theorycraft solid builds without knowing about meta items and interactions. It's amazing. I can't even that's big respect to them. I need a rich friend. Yeah, none of my friends are getting many items this league, you guys. Like, at all. Like, nothing. I just bought a Sacred Flame Scepter, and oh my god, I effing love the extra damage boost. What's Sacred Flame do? Sacred Flame PoE2. Gain 40 to 60% of damage as extra fire damage. So do you, as Lightning Spear, do you equip this in your offhand? Thunderous Leap for movement. And it gives you Purity of Fire. Oh, I haven't even looked. What does Purity of Fire do? Emits an aura that boosts the fire resistance of you and your allies. 22 to 41 fire res. Wow. Does it cost any spirit? Or it's free? It must be free. And it gives monsters the lowest resistance they have. Wow. That's pretty cool. I managed to sneak by a two-handed mace that costs 200 div for 8 div. Where are people getting the divine orbs for this stuff? Where are you guys getting this money? Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking. I just can't fathom it. It's too much. Too much. All right. Here you go. Get it, bro. It's fun. I'll try. I'll try to get it. Maybe it'll drop off Arbiter once I get Arbiter. Okay. Here. Look up Beacon of Asmiri 2. Beacon of Asmiri. Beacon of Asmiri. PoE2. Beacon of Azis. Why did Fextra Life pop up as the first thing? What is this? I don't want a Fextra Life. Unique amulets. Oh my gosh, Fextra Life just keeps popping up. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Sell the shards from the strongholds. But I want to fight the Arbiter, guys. I know it'll make me the most money. If I just sell the shards from the citadels, which I have one right on top of me right now. But I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Sacred Flame Scepter's many div though, says my friend. Yeah, but what if it drops on Arbiter? Come on. Amulet that grants your crits ignoring enemy resistances. Now that would be very nice for all those freaking plus 50% LE res maps as bases. Oh. Oh. I fear very few things, but that thing I fear. Yeah, he has some excellent SEO. Absolute killer. I will give Fextra Life that. I can't even see PoE2 Wiki ranked. There are less citadels this patch. GGG. Why did you do that? That is a bad decision. The first Arbiter should be completely deterministic. Okay? Why you do this? It should be, I'm not even joking. There should be a yellow freaking brick road to the first Arbiter. I'm almost serious. It should be, oh, bro, there's Geonor. There's Geonor, bro. You got to go kill Geonor. Oh, wait a second. Oh, look, Jamanra. Jamanra's here now. And then Doriani. Okay? All right, I'm going to quickly run ads on Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. Running a 60-second ad. I apologize. Okay, pre-rolls are disabled for 31 minutes. Great. All right. And I'm going to message Michael and see if he is ready. What's up, man? What's happening, Zen Logic? What ads? There you go. You just become a sub or you get Twitch Turbo. No ads at all. Or you can watch on YouTube too. YouTube is fine. You can just watch on YouTube. You can skip the ads. It's pretty easy. Okay. I'll do Arbiter eventually. But it's fun to do Arbiter. I know the loot isn't really there, but it's fun to do Arbiter. And yeah, I don't think the...
Gods, that was satisfying.
Oh, that was satisfying. The Harry G. Thank you for the gifted sub, dude. Skip the ads by grabbing a quick snack. Absolutely genius. All right. Here. Let's see if Off Meta Michael is on. All right. Hey, you ready to go? It takes so long to get to Arbiter that when I fought him, I killed him before I could get 7 power charges for my Falling Thunder. Oh, that's bad. Isn't that bad? Come on. I feel like that's so important. It's so important that they get that right. Yeah, we get too strong. It should be deterministic. It should be much sooner so that we don't get too... It should be... I'm sorry for the Path of Exile 1 comparison, guys. But it's the only real equivalent, in my opinion. I even think last Epoch is too, like, with Aberrod. I think you go there too soon. With the Eater of Worlds and the... almost call it the Arbiter of Ash. The Searing Exarch, that is good. That is good when you fight it for the first time. A lot of people, it's a true struggle. Oh, just steal from PoE2. Hey, the Harry G. It's really good to have you back on stream. I miss watching your videos when I'm at work. Well, thank you, Harry. Yeah, I took a bit of a break. I was on PTO. I was, almost going to quit cold turkey because I was so burnt out, so negative. But then I slapped myself back to reality and I'm like, nah. That's literally what I did, essentially. I was pretty doomed for a while. But not anymore. So, yeah, my video coming out tomorrow, guys. Let's just say I had to delete some sections because I was getting a little bit too spicy. Me. So if you watch tomorrow's video, just know that there was a lot more. There were 8 more minutes of spice that I trimmed. I almost never trim due to spice, okay? Yeah, tomorrow's video, it's going to be something. I am a little scared to post it, honestly. But it's happening. It's happening. Okay, Michael is ready. I just need to make sure that Discord is set up properly. I'm going to need to put my headset on, you guys. So, we're going to have a really funky look here today. We got this thing, whatever we're doing. And I need to make sure that Discord sound settings are accurate. One, I need to turn on virtual cam so Michael can see me. Great. Video. Go. Video. Awesome. He can see me. This is good. Headset. Default microphone. No. There you go. Hello. 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 Good. Okay. It works. Cool. And you guys. Oh, the fountains just went off. They go off at 9:04 now? What? That's weird. Okay, and then PC audio. I mean, you guys should be able to hear Michael. We'll see. Okay, I'm calling him. I need a stash. Yes, yes. All right. Peace out, chat. I mean, I will still see you, but you're going off the screen. Okay? All right. Ugh. Okay. Michael... Hello. Hi, can you hear me? I can hear you perfectly, dude. Can you see my my overlay? Is that okay? Okay. Great, great. Okay, good, good. I rebuilt my computer a few days ago and I didn't save any of my settings anywhere. So I am gonna need to I'm gonna need to bring you into Streamlabs just really quickly. Oh yes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Here you go. Yeah. Let me get you where it's I think it's window capture and it's wind. Why? Thank you. Well, actually, my daughter picked this shirt out for me today. So I had to respect her. I had to do it. It is. It is 100% a dad shirt. There we go. We got you on screen. So I had to respect my daughter's wishes. And it worked out because it is hot as hell here today. I have my window open. I have my AC on. Yeah. So yeah, it's steaming. But that's fine. It's better than it being freezing cold. I'm going to go on a nice run after the stream while my video renders and it'll be all worth it. Okay. Hell yeah. Well, if you're wearing tank tops, which is, it's my favorite. I would be wearing that if my daughter didn't pick this out today. Okay, I think we're good there. Oh, Yeah, no sound on Michael. So, guys, that's fine. I know you guys can't hear him. That's on me. I'm fixing it right now. We were just setting up. We were just talking mad shit about all of you for a few minutes. It's okay. Here we go. All right, Michael.
Yes.
Keep talking mad shit.
Check 1, 2. Everybody's being crybabies. Is that what we were talking about? No. We literally were not talking about that, by the way.
We're literally, it's not even on the sheet, guys.
That's not what we were talking about at all. I just said that because he told me to talk shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Let me get my little notes up. I have a lot of notes for this. I don't know why I felt like I needed these notes, but we'll go for it. All right.
I actually did write down some notes too, but we'll see if I even end up looking at it because of the way sometimes these conversations go.
They just ramble.
Yeah.
You know, they go in many different directions, like sprawling out a little bit. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's all good. Okay, guys. Sound check. He sounded good. The bar looks yellow to me, which generally means he's good. Any complaints? YouTube, Twitch?
Yeah. Can everyone hear me?
Sounds good.
Cool. Thanks for having me on, man.
A 30-minute segment teasing the crybabies. We could do that. Honestly. You know, I think we're gonna cry a little bit here, but we're gonna do so in like a, you know, a more productive manner, like professional manner. I think that's fine, right? Crybabying professionally is really the job of many people. Wouldn't you think about that? You know?
Yeah, like sure. I got accused of crying and being a crybaby already.
Ooh, okay. This is gonna be
on
spicy then.
On my Hex Blast video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Someone said I was being a baby basically because they nerfed it and I was crying about it. I was like, I don't care that they nerfed it. I care that it's clunky to use. That's what I was complaining about.
Dude, that's a feels bad moment, especially when it felt so smooth just in the patch before, and now it just feels like utter trash. I totally get that.
I did a follow-up video that I don't think really anybody saw, but it's like it didn't. You saw it, thanks. Yeah, no, the first video got a lot more views than the second one, but I basically said, you know, you could just make it so that it applies kind of like a debuff, and then it just blows up after the duration of a curse has gone off. That way, you could cast Hex Blast before or after, and it would still work.
But Michael, you can just use this specific unique item on every Hex Blast build, stack less skill effect, and then it works. It's fine, you know? It's fine.
I know. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, it's the only way to build it now.
Right.
And you have to have a support in Despair curse as well to shorten it. Like, so it's like very specific. And that's what I was trying to say. Like, you're kind of stifling some of the build creation by making Hex Blast a specific build that you have to spec into a certain way. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a spicy topic that I didn't write down that I'm going to remember in my head. Okay, I'm going to do stupid YouTube intro for the VOD, and we'll hop right into it, man, okay?
Let's go.
All right. Hey, Exiles. It's been a while since the last Still Sane pod. I am here sitting down tonight with Off Meta Michael, one of the very first individuals we had on the channel in the lead up to Path of Exile 2's early access launch. And now here we are, 4 weeks into 020 Dawn of the Hunt, and we're going to talk about the patch, give some feedback, and just be pretty chill for the next hour or so. Michael, man, how you doing tonight?
Doing awesome, man. I feel great.
Good.
Unlike the last time we talked when I basically had laryngitis.
Yeah, and all the props to you. I barely heard it in your voice. You told me after, and you were like, oh, dude, I basically couldn't talk.
Yeah, I was powering through it, and then right when it ended, I was like...
Fell over, and then you were like sick for what, a few weeks after, right?
Yeah, for like several weeks after. Oh. Yeah, it was horrible.
Okay, so hopefully somehow I don't give a curse to you or anything, and you're totally fine after this podcast, and we're chill, and we just have a nice, healthy discussion. So, Michael, on your channel, which will be linked in the description below, by the way, everybody, make sure you go subscribe to it. You've been providing some pretty consistent and fair feedback on a lot of Path of Exile 2, especially for 020. Now, before we dive into some of that specific feedback, which hopefully is seen by Grinding Your Games and the rest of the community, I'm curious, what's your primary goal and focus here, providing those really consistent, almost daily videos just about things that you care about? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, so I did the same thing with Diablo 2 when I was going hard on that and making lots of content. I would constantly do series of videos where I would critique crappy items, uniques, systems in the game that were getting no use that if they were updated could create new build diversity and stuff. So the thing I'm just kind of sensing a lot when I'm playing PoE2 is there's a lack of balance. Like I like the vision, I don't like the balance.
Okay.
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 So I like the idea of creating a build with combinations and finding skill synergies, you know, and pathing through the tree, and it's pretty intuitive. Like if you just read it, you know, I like that. I just find that a lot of the skills that I try just don't work at all. You know, like zombies or something. Like you just unplayable. Or like the new nerf to Hex Blast. Unplayable unless of course you get all of the exact right nodes and the exact right support and all that.
Right.
Of course then it's playable and the unique to activate it immediately, the curse immediately. I know. But like I just am finding that there's like a lot of tight requirements on everything. And so and I'm also listening to people in the community on comments on other videos and listening to other creators, and I'm seeing a theme of tedium, you know, like that's one theme. People are feeling that the campaign is tedious. People are feeling that waystones are tedious, and I'm just trying to think of like ways to make the game have more balance and more fun, you know, at the same time. And so that's kind of why I'm like doing these short videos like on a daily basis now. Also, I after we talked, I just like went like MIA. You know,
You did.
I was like, I just was like, well, I wasn't feeling good first of all, but like then also, I just kind of wanted to play the game, and during that time, I played it a lot. I made a ton of builds, but like I didn't want to showcase anything, partially because I felt like really mixed on it. Like I was pretty frustrated throughout my like mapping experience in that game. I was pretty smitten during the campaign, you know.
Many
Like
of
I
us
was
were.
like, yeah, like Act 1 was just like I was just like, this is it. This is so great. You know, like you know, and I really loved it, man. We actually had like me and my brother and a really close friend of ours who's like a brother. The three of us were playing the first patch, and there was a running joke actually that my buddy had that was like, you're more calm in an emergency room than you are playing this game. And it's because of the freaking bullshit that was in the end game in the first patch, you know, where you just get one shot, you lose the map, you lose the mechanic, like 10% of your experience, like all that stuff. I'm glad they changed that. Like, so glad, you know, it's been way better this patch for that, like way better.
I think the tedium still exists in many areas, but a lot of the stress I feel like has faded away, especially in the end game. I'm not feeling that, you know, being more stressed than in an emergency room when I'm playing anymore. But I totally get that. You know, when the game first came out, right, the first few days after, I was taking it so slow, and I took, I think, 35 hours to get to end game, and I made a premature video that was talking about people hating on the game, and one of the topics that I tackled that I now regret, right, was talking about the end game, and I was like, dudes, chill. Don't make all these conclusions on the end game. You can't make these conclusions. You barely played it. And then, you know, 25 hours later, I get there and I'm like, holy hell.
Yeah.
Oh
Starting
no.
to see it.
Oh my God, they were all right. And look at, I have egg on my face. I look like a total fool. And I've really tried not to do that anymore.
I kind of went dark. I was like, I wanted to say something. I wanted to make videos, and I was like, let's just wait, because I'm going to be super pissed off, or I'm going to be dismissive of something. And I just didn't want to do that. Plus, like, my channel, you know, like off meta, it's like I can't make any off meta builds. Like, I'm just getting wrecked, you know, like none of the builds that I was making at the time when I was first getting going were really making it, you know, like into my, like, so now though, it's a little different. Like, we've had a lot of time pass. And to me, it's like, if you can have a build like in T15 maps, I think it counts. I don't care like what it's doing. If it's doing T15, I think you have a build, you know?
I agree.
And so so once I went through and played a bunch, I made like a ton of builds the first league, and I only have one build on the new patch. Because I'm just like, I don't feel like making build after build after build this patch, really.
Right.
I'm just gonna do one.
Hey, let's be real. So do you think that balance is worse in 0-2-0 than 0-1-0? Like, do you feel like people are more like corralled in, and there's like more limitations, and like Like you have to play Evasion Energy Shield. Can you play like Life and Armor? I know you. This is one of the topics we can talk about, but you are corralled into specific areas, and because the way the game is played, still like in tier 15 maps and beyond, but with Lightning Spear, dude. Okay. Let's be real. The reason it's super popular, yes, it's easy to build. Yes, it's easy to play, but it also checks all the boxes necessary to progress into the game, right? With a few extra things on top.
Like,
right?
how are you supposed to do Breach unless you can just like boom, bam?
Right.
You can't.
And here's the silly thing. It's so satisfying when you do encounter Breach. It has that mix, right? And I really wish there was more skills like that. Like,
Yeah. I had I had 2 builds or 3 builds last patch that could all do Breach really well. One was just an Invoker Ice Strike Monk. I used the double chaining Herald thing like everybody else did. The only difference with mine during that was I was also using Ball Lightning with Lightning Warp and like laying shocked ground and then like Telestomp bombing with like a Frozen Locust to get things going. And I really loved that, but then they nerfed the Ball Lightning Warp interaction. You can no longer lay shock ground with that. And I was like, you bastards. Like that's like, it wasn't even that good, and it takes two skill slots, like, and you took it away. So anyway, this league, I'm using like Gathering Storm to lay shocked ground for things now. But yeah, and then I had another build that could do it, like my Infernalist Monk that was using Shattering Palm.
I saw that.
And Shattering Palm is like, I think people are like starting to use that in Frozen Locust more now. But I was using those like last league all the time.
Shout out to Arrow. That was like his baby of the last patch, and then he was gonna start it this patch, and I think they annihilated the gem, like Shattering Palm's damage secretly.
Yeah, but it's still good. It's still good for its effect that it can have.
Right.
So like it gives you that AoE and it like chain explodes and it can chain off other things. It's actually still pretty good. So I'm using it, and then like I had another guy that was like, it was a Titan, and I tried to do something cool with it where I had like a quarterstaff on swap and then a really nice mace and shield on the other, and I would do like a Wind Blast, like prime everything, and then Bone Shatter, and I took all the AoE nodes and it would just like clear the screen.
That's cool. See, that's cool.
And it was a cool build, and it was like ice based and stuff. I had like Cold Infusion on Wind Blast, so Wind Blast was causing a lot of the pops to begin with. And I got a hold of the Porcircle ring.
Nice pronunciation.
I think I pronounced that right just now, by the way.
I think you're good, dude.
Porcircle, yeah. And it's so hard to say. And so I got a hold of that, and that wasn't like, I don't know. I didn't feel like showing it because it was like, it's just popping the screen. Like I don't find it's that interesting. I don't know. So I just didn't make a video about it. And then the other thing that I didn't like was that character had mostly like, evasion and armor type nodes and stuff, or gear. And he only had like 3,000 life. And if he would just get one shot, like out of nowhere all the time. And I was just like, dude, armor sucks. Like, and so that pissed me off. So then I got wise like everybody else and just made everything energy shield.
That's, it's the way to go.
And that's what I'm doing now. I have my character right now is Spear, Quarterstaff, Invoker with Meditate. So I have, 8,000 effective life.
I saw you do the megalith within the vision. Mad respect. Yes. It was good. It was a good video.
Yeah, lots of combos, right? Lots of dodging and moving and dancing around. Yeah, and I like that. I think it's fun to play like that. I was like the most fun I had this league was doing that megalith with that build.
Dude, I'm two nodes away from a megalith. So I've not done it yet. I'm quite excited to get it go.
It's fun, man. I think that's like a really great mechanic. I would love to see like other maps have like a boss in it that just runs up out of nowhere before you even get to the other boss that's like on the map or something. Like I wouldn't mind a boss run up on you and you're like, oh shit, there's a boss. And then like you kill him, run towards the next boss. Like there's 2 or 3 bosses in that map. Like it doesn't have to happen all the time, but like, I was a big fan of the megalith, man. I thought it was awesome.
I can't wait to hop into that. It's kind of what they're doing with the Rogue Exiles, but I feel like that may have fallen a bit flat for me. Maybe I just haven't. I tried investing briefly, but it really didn't seem to do anything with my points. I swapped into the Wisps. Let's not talk about the Wisps today. And then I just went to the base like, all right, let's just juice pack size. Let's do rarity. Let's do Waystone. How do you feel about the the Rogue Exiles, because that is kind of they're supposed to appear in the map. They got the boss health bar. They rush at you. There's supposed to be these challenges, and I've either had two scenarios: one, I annihilate them, or two, they flask for like a minute straight, and I'm like, you.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I had one where he just kept flasking, and I was like, wow, he just keeps healing. And then I just got like a really good hit on him, and he just died in one shot. You know,
See?
Like I just set up everything. It was like, okay, shocked ground exposure, like wind up, gathering storm, it crit, boom, he was dead. So like that's kind of how the Rogue Exiles go now. Is you see them and they end up dying in a hit or two or three. I don't know what's going on there. I was under the impression too. I also think that like you tend to run into them and there's like a bunch of monsters around or something, and sometimes you might just like clear the monsters and then whatever herald you have or anything else just kind of like chains and kills the thing on accident. You didn't even see them. Maybe they need to make a little bit more of an intro or something.
I was thinking about this. They have
them off the side of a map, and then like they're kind of in their own arena or something, and then buff their HP a lot and stuff. You know,
their HP. Maybe they make a portal entrance too, so you kind of see them walk through. And I was also thinking, just increase their character model size. You know, we have the ability to do that. Just maybe boost it by like 30%, so they kind of tower.
They're a little more visible.
Right. Exactly. They're in Path of Exile 1. I know you played a little bit of it, but there are these bosses called the Conquerors of the Atlas, and they're basically players who got addicted to PoE1, and they kept going into maps and grinding, and then they got sucked in the Atlas, blah, blah, blah. But they have these projections that are much larger versions of themselves. I think a cooler version of Rogue Exiles in PoE2 would be exactly that. Like their projections, and they since they are supposed to be more boss oriented, and they're not, in PoE1 you can fight 10 Rogue Exiles at once because they're just monsters. In PoE2, turn them into those bosses, just boost their size up, make them tankier, turn them into a real event.
There was like, I don't know if it was in Cruel or what, but at some point in the campaign I had a few encounters with them that seemed like I had to actually like move around more and like go back and forth with them. And I remember thinking, this is really cool, And I don't know. So like I think they just need to tweak them a little bit, and then like you were talking about, have them make an entrance, maybe with a portal or like I was saying, like maybe there's like maybe they show up on the mini map, kind of like rares do.
Okay, that's a good idea.
And just give them like their own section, or something.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like an alternate, like another boss fight in the map. Like they should feel a little bit more like a boss fight. I think so. That's all. And I don't think it would be that hard for them to fix that.
Yeah, no. A lot of minor tweaks. A lot of the things too, you guys, that we're talking about, even though we're kind of calling them out as huge problems, I feel like minor tweaks to these things could solve a lot of the issues. Kind of like, let's talk about Hex Blast again, Michael, because you've made a few videos on that, and then we can dive back into like armor and life. So Grinding Your Games is like, they're famous for this thing, like the triple tap nerf, where they see something, they believe it's busted, and in many cases, maybe it's a little busted, and then they will nerf it once, nerf it twice, and then just for good measure, slap another nerf right on top of it and just completely eviscerate the build.
Yeah, and Hexblast got 3 nerfs. It was no longer synergistic with Blasphemy Aura. The amount of targets that it could hit went down. I think it was like 9 before, and now it's like 3 or 4. And then what was the other one? Oh, and then of course the duration. That's like the whole video I made today. The duration, half of a curse's duration has to expire before you can even cast it and hit something with it. So you end up like missing. And now, like I know that you have to get reduced skill effect, and you have to get the support in Despair and all that, and instant curse activation. I know, but that's the only way you can do it. And so, like, I just think that if they made it so that Hex Blast could be applied as like a detonator or like a bomb, kind of like just almost like a curse, like you just cast it on them and you notice it's on them. Once they're cursed, then it starts reading. It'll read if the curse duration has been has gone, and then it can just blow up. So that way you can cast Hex Blast before or after, and then it just would feel smooth to play, because that way if you don't invest in any of the skill effect reduction, then you could just cast Hex Blast. Maybe you jump in with Hand of Chayula on a monk and curse them, and then your Ice Striking or your Frozen Locust backflip, and then it's like Frozen Locust goes off, Hex Blast goes off. Maybe you have Chaotic Freeze, so it's synergizing with this new Chaos build you're making. I'm just saying, like, there's ways to make all of these skills work and be smoother to play. That's all, you know. And so I'm thinking about these things a lot, actually. Like when I'm testing out stuff and playing stuff, there's so many things I tried that just were just not viable at all, you know.
And you are playing in like the realm of the vision, right? The
Yeah.
combo based gameplay. Okay, I'm using multiple skills. So
Yeah.
when you're approaching this feedback, it is in that realm. It's not just, oh, it's not powerful. It's no, it just feels bad to play. Here are a few simple ways to maybe shift it up to change that gameplay style and not shoehorn it, which is something we were talking about a little bit before the pod started recording. But it seems like with some of these changes, they're all, maybe it's inadvertently happening, but they seem to be wanting the players to giving that freedom that games like Path of Exile or like, I'm sure Diablo 2, I'm not sure, are known for, where you play it in multiple ways. Was that true in Diablo 2? I didn't play a lot. I know you're the expert, so I'll defer.
I mean, I made a lot of things work in Diablo 2. So like Diablo 2, it's different because the cross-contamination of skills in Diablo 2 is tied to specific uniques and rune words in that game. So it's tied to gear. So you can cross-contaminate skills in that game, but it's difficult to do a lot of times. And it's usually not optimal. But I basically made all those builds. Like that's why I was so excited for Path of Exile 2, was Path of Exile 2 leans in, or supposed to lean into that, right? It's supposed to be like all the skills are available, like it's your playground, like make the build, you know, that you want to try to make. And I'm finding that the stat requirements on things are too high to experiment. Like if you take off a ring or a pair of boots, you can't even use your skills anymore. And then you're definitely not going to be able to experiment with like a different skill that's like, say, intelligence based or dexterity based if you're, you know. So I'm finding that like things are so tight all the time on the builds that I'm making, where like if I wanted to add something else in, oh, I can't, because I just, you know, I have to literally change all my gear just to kind of make all that work now. And so Diablo 2 didn't have that much of a problem with that. So like Diablo 2, the stat requirements were not so tight. Like you had some high stat requirements once in a while for things. It really wasn't that hard to overcome. And if you wanted to mix and match things in that game, if you wanted to switch out some gear, like, oh, I'm going to try this unique now. It didn't brick all of your res and take your stats down, and now you can't use your skills. You know, in Diablo 2, actually, skills aren't tied to stats. You don't need strength to use.
Just the skill trees, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying that Path of Exile 2 needs to have no requirements, but I think if they reduced it by 10%, maybe 15%, then at least you'd be able to try some other skill gems on your character, you know? Like I was trying on my build, for example, in this patch, I was like, oh, what if I want to put Blink into my kit, you know?
Good luck.
And it was like, well, you need a level 14 spirit gem and however much intelligence. And I was like, oh shit. So I can't even put it in because I don't have enough intelligence at the time. At the time, I think I have enough now on my character, now that he's level 88 now. So, but it's kind of like, you know, and also if I take off my chest piece right now on my current character on this patch, he can't even re-equip the chest piece because it has 32 intelligence on it. Yeah.
The relic from PoE1. Yep.
Yeah, so like I have to like go in my stash and find like a pair of boots that has intelligence on it, put those on, then put my chest piece back on, and then put my boots back on. And I was like, dude, the stats are way too tight. If I can't even equip my gear, you know, like it's a little too tight. Like, and it's not, I don't even have like a min-max build. You know, I'm just playing the game with the vision, you know, trying to, I have so many skills that I use on my character. It's like, it would be dizzying for people who just play one button builds. You know, like there'd be no way you'd be able to sort through all of it. You know, I actually want more skill slots.
I heard that in your latest video, and I do agree with you because the buffs also take up skill slots, and the game is built in such a manner that you will almost be using spirit on every character. You're going to be using at least 2 or 3 of those skill slots for buffs. You're not just going to say, okay, I'm going to disregard auras. And I think there are a few scenarios where you can like trade off all your spirit for some power. I can't remember. Is it Acolyte of Chayula? Is it? Yeah, it's Acolyte of Chayula. Yeah, right.
You can get
but you're gonna be using spirit. So I this brings us to a top. Let's just go into it. I watched your latest video today. I think it released like 5 hours ago or something. And I disagree with you hard on a lot of it, actually. It was about adding more rewards to the campaign, which I do agree on. I think a lot of the rewards in the campaign are pretty shite right now with the gems and the like. It's not
like
exciting.
Here's the support gem, and you're like, okay.
It's like, do I really want, like, this isn't too exciting, right? And your solution was to perhaps add some notable level power gains as rewards to quests and the like. I think the more elegant solution, and it's stupid simple, and you did mention it in your video, is to perhaps just tie more passive points to these quests when we go throughout. Or I think another solution is to introduce players, maybe in Acts 4, 5, and 6, to rare items and tiered rare items, right? Like seeded rares, essentially. Because, right, we may have lost Michael. Do we have Michael? Still here, man?
Oh, it's weird.
Yeah. I'm having a windstorm in my area.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, Michael, you're good.
I can hear you.
Oh, fantastic.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're good.
Hello?
You're good. Slight technical issues, Exiles.
I can hear you. Let's see. Yeah.
I think it's passed.
Yeah.
You're smooth now.
I don't know. I was saying that.
Oh no. Chat, is it me or is it Michael?
You keep cutting in and out for me, but I don't know.
It's not me. Oh, it might be you. Okay, you're smooth now. I think you're good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, we good?
I see. We're good. I was saying.
All right, sweet.
Okay, back to the quest rewards. Yeah,
you disagree. You said seeded, like tiered rares, right?
Tiered rares, because it's a system. I know it's introduced in endgame, but having, a set of rare items that you could choose from quests in Acts 4, 5, and 6, I think would be really exciting. And then introducing players to, unidentified items that are tier 2 are better than tier 1, and just having that system, as opposed to just having, okay, here's a flat 10% increase to attack and melee cast speed. I think that's fun, woven throughout as it's currently in the game, right? Where you have the choices in some areas. But I think instead of adding more of that, maybe adding like actual items as rewards would be a good idea. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Or maybe like a quest that gives you like 5 exalts.
Yes.
Just
true
in it, and you can't redo it, like just because currency sometimes can be so like scarce. I don't know. Like, this patch, I felt like I really didn't get any currency, like in the campaign.
Yeah,
it was really tight.
It was. I totally agree.
But like some of the loot.
Oh, something just happened. Hello.
Yeah.
Then we just we're having slight technical issues. We're good now.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, did you just hang up on me? Yeah.
Yeah, you're done. I'm cutting you off. You're getting too close to the secret sauce. No, we're good.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So there was definitely like, I definitely open to feedback on that. Like that doesn't. I'm not like super strong on the opinion about the request rewards for that. But I was just trying to think, like, when I'm playing the campaign right now, what are all the quests that I do? I only do the ones that give me a buff to my character.
Sure.
I don't do any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So like, if you want me to do them, give me a reason to do them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that they should get a little creative in that second part of the campaign. And I even think now, you said, Exalted Orbs as rewards. They need to add a crafting quest to Act 1. I'm going to keep saying it. I've been saying it since the first week after launch, just to dip people's toes into it. I talk about my dad a lot because he's playing PoE2, and he'd played Diablo 4, but before that he hadn't played like an ARPG since Diablo 2 when I played with him when I was very little. And after like a week and a half of playing, I went over to their house and he, wanted to show me his character and everything, and he showed me his stash, and he hadn't used a single currency orb. He just hoarded them all. And I'm like looking at his items, and I'm like, Dad, you're wearing a white pair of boots and you're level 29, dude. What do you do? And he just didn't know. Like, he's like, oh, he's a hoarder. He used to play like all these old school RPGs where it's like, well, I could use that later. I could use that. I might not want to use it now. I want to save it for good item, right? So adding that tutorialization with the crafting orbs, I think it would be a big win. Really big.
It'd be fine. I think it'd be fine, especially if you got like an exalt at the end of it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because even that way, even if like you're like, oh, I don't need a tutorial, you'll be like, well, I get the exalt at the end,
100%.
so I'll grab that, and then I won't use it on the item they want me to use it on for the quest. I'll just use it on my spear or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like something like that might be good. I just want them to like give better rewards, I think, for some of these quest items. Getting like a skill gem on a fresh character. Okay, I'll say this. On a very fresh character, brand new league, you might need the skill gem actually. That I think they put in there, they said even because some people were getting unlucky and not dropping them. So I kind of get that. But going through Cruel again, you know, that's also part of the tedium, I think, is having to redo the axe in Cruel. Once we have the new axe 4, 5, and 6, if they have cool rewards, then I think it'll be a lot better, and the new scenery will be nice. And hopefully they'll get the progression a little better too.
Yeah.
You know, because you kind of blast through Cruel, right? Although, gosh, people are already think it's a slog, so I don't know. But you know what I mean? So it's like if it's fun though, then it's fine. But I don't know. I want the campaign to be awesome. And not feel like I just need to get through it all the time. I'd like it to be good. So I definitely think they should take people's feedback though. Like I'm glad they cut Act 3 down. I think that's good. You know,
especially the reason, like reading the reasoning is kind of wild. They're just like, yeah, there's supposed to be a boss here, but the boss isn't there. We left the area in for some reason. So people kept going down that dead end. I was going down that dead end every single time and then getting lost. Right? It's so funny just reading all that.
There's like, oh, there's actually more content here. And everyone's like, there's more, make it less. What are you talking about? Yeah.
So I'm like, are they going to add it in? And like, they're not going to add it. It's so interesting. Maybe they just add that boss to endgame, you know?
Okay, yeah, right. Just add it in there. So, but if it was in there and it gave you skill points, then you'd be like, oh, sweet. You know?
Very true. Yep.
I'll take skill points every day, every time, every quest. I don't care. But like that, because that's fun for building your character, you know?
Yep. Yeah. I love the way that PoE1 worked for the most part, where you only got that certain, or that surefire buff to your character from the bandit quest. And then the rest of the quest rewards were essentially just passive points. So you could choose how you spend rewards. So these optional quests, and they're not along the main line. So I'm sure they'll continue something along those lines in PoE2, but I also like to see a little bit more spice involved as you pitched. So it'll be really curious to see
what
4, 5, and 6.
Conversation started on. I was trying to throw that out there, like, hey guys, can you please like think about the quest rewards a little bit more before you get point 3 out, or Acts 4, 5, and 6?
Do you think Act 4 will come in point 3?
Oh, do
you think?
I really hope so,
man. I
honestly, man, that's why I'm only doing one character this league. I think is like I played the first 3 acts in Cruel many times already. Okay,
10 characters, right? In point 1,
I think I rolled like 7 and then like tried different things with some of them, you know?
Okay.
So like I ended up making a bunch of builds off of some of those. Like some of them I would just completely respec and then try something totally different. Like I do like a Titan and then change them into like a minion build Titan, you know? So that counts as like 2 builds essentially. But it's like I only leveled to the 1 guy, you know? So yeah, I did a bunch, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the new acts for the campaign. I want to see what's there, and I am looking forward to the druid, man. I know you are too, and I'm a little worried that it's not up to par, you know. And like, but yeah, this will segue into armor, okay? Because
go off, King.
If they don't fix armor, then things like druid, who's armor energy shield based, things like Templar, who's armor energy shield based, things like Marauder and Duelist, who are armor life builds, are dead on arrival. Okay? Dead on arrival if you don't fix armor.
I need no armor. I have bear fur. I will be fine. No armor needed. Yeah. It's good.
Okay, fine. Yeah, if you're a bear, maybe you get 5,000% increased life.
Yes. Let's go. No, you're totally right on that, man. And I don't know if you caught I became a doomer for after they announced the reveal, because I was so sure druid was coming, and I was so sure we were gonna get new acts, and then it's just like, now we focused on endgame entirely, and I'm like, no, oh my god, I hyped all these people up for nothing. I was so excited myself, And I told myself, just think Druid is coming in 2028. Don't even think about it. It's just off in the if it comes, it comes. Be happy. But I'm right there with you, man. Secretly, I'm so hyped for that Druid.
I want the balance to be right on the gear, right? Because
dude, it's gonna be bad.
Like I was saying, because if life builds and armor builds can't get a little bit more, then it's gonna be really tight on making these characters and stuff like it is now. And so that's like one of the biggest pain points for me is like there's so much gear that I was like collecting and stashing away, like, oh, I'm gonna make a character with that. And like I found like god tier like armor and stuff in the game. Like
I saw
like a helm with over 1,000 armor on it, a chest with over 2,500 armor. And I was like, dude, this is gonna be sick. And then it like just wasn't very good. I don't know. I was like so bummed. And then and the character, you know, maces are so slow and everything. Like they really need to do something to make that fantasy come alive. I know you can't. There are people that have made like characters with 9,000 life. They have, but it's so min-maxed to do that. You can't do that with anything. There's no off meta build for armor. None.
True.
Not none. Okay. Not a single one.
And they fall off in endgame massively, right? It's just
the one shots are out of control with those builds, with the life pools being smaller. That's why everyone's going energy shield, like everyone, you know. So like the armor stuff. Okay, so here's an example. On the right side of the tree, there's a node that gives you energy shield based on the evasion rating of your body armor. There's also another node that
your
gives
helmet,
you,
right? Your helmet.
Yes, the other one is subterfuge. I think it's called. It gives you evasion rating based on the energy shield of your helmet, right? So like you could wear a body armor that's got 2,000 evasion and then invest into energy shield and invest in that node. And then you could wear an energy shield helmet and then invest in that node and then get both evasion and energy shield, right? Or just like a really nice evasion energy shield chest. And then you get that node and then it gives you even more energy shield. There's nothing on the left side of the tree for armor for that. There's no node that says gain extra life based on armor rating, or like gain extra life based on your armor and evasion like rating or something. Or based on the armor rating of your equipped helmet, or on the armor rating of your equipped boots. Like there's nothing like that on the left side of the tree.
Yeah, it's like two-pronged.
Yeah, like nothing on the bottom and nothing on the left. So like so like an armor evasion build can't really build life either, you know? And I just think that would be one way to help it. The other ways that people have suggested that I've thought of as well would just be like, well, just make armor mitigate better, you know? And it's like the GGG is worried that recoup and regen and life leech and really good mitigation will be so good that you'll never die with that build. You'll just be invincible all the time. They've said that. I heard Jonathan say that. And so they have to have one shots happen from like bosses and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but honestly, man, like when I made on the last league, my tankiest build was a little girl wearing rags. She's an infernalist and she had a doggy running around with her and she had a stick. Okay. And she was really quick and you could see her legs and her arms and her chest. And she was the tankiest character. She had over 10,000 energy shield and basically looked like she never got hurt even. Like I would stand in the middle of a ritual and that was when chaos inoculation also was bugged where it was working off your life pool. You know? So you got all the stun and ailment thresholds.
Can't believe that left it in that long. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I tried it this league though. So like I went back to standard and tried the build again, and the build still functions. I just had to get rid of chaos inoculation and just buff my chaos res a little. But so like so my tankiest build was literally a girl wearing rags who's like half naked, and then the warrior and the armor type characters were like way less tanky. They couldn't stand in the middle of a ritual. Like it doesn't even make sense, you know? So that's one of the reasons I started making the videos again, was I was just like, this kind of annoys me. Like this really annoys me that the fantasy of the hulking warrior character can only be built one way right now. And the one way you do it is you get strength and life on all your gear.
life stacker,
And
right? That's what you do.
yeah, and if you don't do that, then you don't have enough life pool.
Mm-hmm.
So high value armor ratings are actually worthless if they don't have strength and life.
Exactly.
And I think it shouldn't be that way, because energy shield armor, for example, if it has a really high roll of energy shield on it, say you got an armor with 800 to 1,000 energy shield, it doesn't matter if it rolls intelligence and mana.
Mm-hmm.
It's valuable in and of itself just because the rating is high.
Yeah, because it's a massive
armor does not have this.
Right. Yeah, I'm really curious how they're gonna solve this, man. I think with the part with the tree is more understandable from my POV, because they only have the warrior in as the only armor archetype. Like, nothing else exists. Maybe they'll build it out as the Templar, as the Druid, as those other classes come, the Duelist, as those other classes come through and allow for those cool combinations that we have now for literally all the other classes that are just built on evasion and energy shield and everything. But then the other part is the one that I'm more, I guess, confused by, is they know this is a problem, right? And I feel like something like armor or evasion or like attacks, right? That's more of a fundamental, you know, it's in it across the game. It's in the tree, it's in your gear, it's in ascendancies, it's everywhere, right? And they didn't focus on that for this patch, which really confuses me, because I feel like, you know, focusing on skills, you know, that does make sense. But I feel like when 030 comes out, we're going to have all the skill issues again. I feel like that bomb is going to drop every single time.
Yeah.
And from a game developer POV, I'm trying to think why they wouldn't want to get the fundamentals in place first. Like, okay, here's armor, here's what we wanted to do, here's the formula, we're standing our ground. Like, I feel like they've done that with evasion and everything, right?
I think partially because armor actually feels fine. Armor actually feels fine in the campaign.
Very true. I stacked the shit out of armor in the campaign.
Yeah, I think it's actually fine in the campaign. So I should probably, you know, caveat with that. And I think that's probably why they would say it's fine. But then it's funny because this patch focused on the endgame.
Right.
And there was no change or buff or way to increase your life with armor. Yeah. And so I was like, when I watched the reveal, I sat there waiting for the what they were going to do with armor and life. Like, literally, they're waiting for it. I'm like, what are they going to do with armor? And then there was nothing. And I was like, oh no, that sucks, because that just means all that gear is not as good now. You know, like all that gear that we're looting and farm. Because like, if you're playing in Trade League too, right? If you find a really good armor, you might be like, oh sweet, like this is worth something. I'm not using it, but it really doesn't even do that. Like, it's right now the most valuable things are armor or energy shield and evasion energy shield, like armors and helmets.
Think about how good it's gonna feel when armor's awesome, though, Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna feel so good.
I think it'll happen. Yeah, I think it'll happen. But then the other thing too is the mace skills themselves. They feel really slow and stuff. It's really hard to make like a melee build. Melee in general still is at such a disadvantage, I feel like, in this game. Like, you just think about the rares, you know, like you go into a T15 map, there's ground effects all over. They have the bubble that slows you, and you're in there and you're like, whoa, you know, whereas like if you're a ranged character, you just step back and just kill them, you know.
Temporal proximity, Michael. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
proximal tangent. So that they have to put that in there though, because if they don't, then the ranged character has every advantage all the time. So yeah, I do feel like melee still is. Like, this was the game that was supposed to fix melee for ARPGs, remember? Like, that was kind of like 100%. What they were marketing. Like, we had to make a new game so that we could make melee good. And then melee was rough, you know? It was
3
pretty
melee
rough.
weapons now. So it was mace and quarterstaff on launch. Now we have spear, which is kind of, I would argue at quarterstaff, hella good. Mace, we got, man, I am so curious to see what the heck swords and axes are, daggers. Dude,
yeah.
I wonder if it's a matter of like
daggers will be fine because that'll be an evasion energy shield type.
True, very true. So and
if
chaos.
They put that in next, if they put that in next, it'll fit right in.
Very
right
true.
Now,
very true.
Yeah, they won't have to update anything else. They could just put the daggers in the shadow or whatever. You know,
it's gonna be so curious to see how they play and how like. If I'm sure some people will still enjoy the weighty, very slow mace. But I feel like they should have put like maybe 3 archetypes into the game to start out, because I think a big problem with maces still is that they fulfill the meaty, impactful one large hit or a few small hits in 5-second time playstyle, and nothing else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's basically what they do. And you can play that or like quarterstaffs, and then there's no other real option, right?
Yeah,
and
I mean, quarterstaff felt so much better to me.
It did.
Every time.
It felt good.
Every time. Like
good.
the leap attack was cool if you used that and then blinked right after.
Mm-hmm.
You can go whoa, and you can clear all the distance.
Yep.
That's cool. But it didn't. Yeah, the maces. I get what they're going for in that. I feel like there needs to be something that makes you feel tankier though when you're using a two-hander. Like a lot of things, like, so people commented on my videos about armor and they were like, you have to use a shield. And I was like, that doesn't fix armor.
Mm-hmm.
Using a shield is block. That's basically evasion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're basically evading. So that's just evasion. So like, I was like, you have to fix armor. You can't just add a shield. That doesn't fix armor. So like what I was trying to say is like, if you're playing a hulking dude with all this armor on and a big two-handed mace, like he should have some kind of like guard effect in the windup or something. Because you know the charms have guard effect as a mod.
Do. Yep.
Could they not add that to like the mace or something? Like I don't know. What would that help?
You think like I do. I said that to Jonathan in March of 2024 after I played Warrior. As the resident PoE2 glazer, I was a huge ass to Jonathan when I played PoE2 for the first time. I played Warrior for 4 hours. I found 1 rare item in 4 hours, and I got mobbed in the old forest. Back when the wolves used to be, the werewolves were terrible. And I was like, dude, this feels so bad. This is horrible. I said, can we get super armor during rolling slam? Like what's going on? They did add a support gem, I believe, that does that now. But the thing is, that's all it does. We need the support gem kind of if it's our primary damage skill. You don't really want to get rid of that. I think there's something in there that boosts your armor massively. But then again, it's not guard, it's armor. And again,
and armor's not great. There's armor, and then there's stun threshold and ailment threshold supports and all that. I know, but like I'm just saying, like there should be a couple mace skills that like if they get interrupted, if you watch your life pool just drop every time you use it, maybe they should consider adding in a bit of guard effect or something, or like
it's fortify from PoE1, which also
I don't know. Fortify, sure, whatever you want to call it. Like there's got to be something to make you have this two-handed thing and be like, whoa, and then it just like doesn't, and you actually can like tank it, and like, you know, it does not feel good to wind up and then like all your life is gone.
Oh, true.
You know, So like I said though, the campaign armor seems to work pretty good. Like, but once you get to the end game, you start getting mobbed. They start doing multiple damage types. It's really hard. That's the other thing too. I would like to say is that the mapping, dude. Like, so the randomness of the atlas as well as the enemy types that are in the biomes makes it so that you basically have to make sure you just have everything covered with every build.
Okay, yeah.
You can't just like, it's not like you go onto this part of the atlas and it's like a fire lava biome and there's lots of fire enemies there and there's lots of, so I'm going to scale my fire res and I can go over there and do that and not so worry so much about cold res, you know, like there's nothing like that. It's always like any enemy type seems to be in a lot of these biomes. Some of them have specific ones, but like
they do.
But like in the rares and everything always have like differing types of damage. So like if you don't have all the bases covered, you just like can't map, you know?
Yes.
Like
I understand what you're saying.
Like, and one thing that made me enjoy mapping a bit more in the first patch was creating alternate characters and then dropping them in for certain things, actually.
Interesting.
So I had a character that was good at ritual, you know? And so I would find a ritual, put a town portal, exit, reload the new character, go into my hideout, enter portal, I'm at the ritual with the ritual character. And then
I don't got time for that.
What?
I don't got time for that. I understand the strat. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, but that's what I was doing, and that made me enjoy it because I was so like I was like, man, my character sucks at this, you know.
Right.
Or like I had a character for breach, and then I had a character for bossing, which was totally broken. I abused the trample toe like thing.
I
and
heard
just
about
like,
that.
Yeah, because I got sick of losing everything in the first patch. So I was like, well, if they want to make it that hard, then I might as well just one-shot Arbiter. Like, who cares? Because it's like, and I did beat him fair and square the first time. Like, I actually did the mechanics. Okay, I
Good.
did it.
Good. Ethical.
But then every time after that, and any boss after that, I had juiced all the way up.
Right.
I was just like, I don't care anymore because losing the map feels so bad
Right.
that I'd
right.
rather just load in my like cast on dodge chronomancer and just watch the dude die in one hit.
Holy crap.
So I don't like that the balance. This is back to the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah.
The balance is incentivizing broken builds.
Oh yeah, it
You
is. It is like
Yeah.
with Lightning Spear. Yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. Is just because how monsters are balanced, and what you need to do is delete monsters, screenfuls monsters very quickly. Lightning Spear. It's doing it right, unless you have
Yeah.
Giga Gear or
Dude, yeah,
some other
it's too
wild
much like
interaction.
Diablo 2 in that regard.
yeah?
Diablo 2 has a build called the Javazon, and
I've
it's
heard.
literally
Yep.
the Amazon,
Okay.
and she throws a lightning spear and it splits and blows up the screen.
So this was
It's
intentional.
exactly the same.
They
It's
were-
exactly the same.
They were trying to
Yeah.
fulfill that fantasy really, really hard, and they just went a little overboard. I think 53% of all characters are like Lightning Spear right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Crazy.
it's just like Diablo 2. Like half the player base was playing that build in Diablo 2 as well.
Oh
Um,
my.
And it's funny because the first league, the best character was like a spark sorceress, like a lightning sorceress,
Lightning again, man. Yep.
And that is also meta in Diablo 2, lightning sorceress. So I was sitting there going, it's a little bit too much like Diablo 2, guys. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I love Diablo 2, but like, can we get something else going here?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
hilarious. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I've been reading the chat, and apparently Grinding Your Games announced that there is going to be I think it's supposed to be a sizable patch at the end of the week now. It was supposed to be the first half of this week. Now it's the end of the week. Michael, any predictions on what might be in the patch? I think they said there was going to be loot changes, which we talked a little bit about. Then there's going to be progression changes in the end game, specifically toward pinnacles. Do you have any predictions on what might be happening there?
Well, that's good. I don't know if I have exact prediction, but I'll just tell you where I'm at with mine, and that will probably tell you what I think. So I'm level 88, and it still says for me to complete a tier 6 Nexus.
Bro, me too. Oh my gosh, bestie. Let's go.
And yeah, so like I kind of like got sidetracked. I guess the best thing you should do is just do low tier and just go through all the Nexus. But I don't know. I didn't really like that. And then the other thing too is I've been doing mostly ritual and expedition, and I still haven't gotten any Atlas points in it. I didn't trade for anything. I just wanted to see if I could find it. I cannot find it. Cannot find the logbook that'll get me Olroth. Cannot find an invitation to the king. Here's what I think. What if they made the initial bubble or circle of the Atlas a little more deterministic, so that you could like, oh, if you go this way, the ritual boss is there. If you go this way, Olroth is there. And that way you can at least get your first point. And then once you expand out of that bubble, you are now in the randomness of the Atlas or something. Like there's just so you can be like, I want to do ritual this league. And then you're like, okay, so I'll go that way and hit the rituals, get Olroth, or not Olroth, the King of the Mist or whatever. And then I'll start, I could actually start building it. It's so RNG based right now. It's so hard to find.
I like that. I really like that. Almost putting the first encounters with each as physical places on the map. And maybe when you do your first ritual, right? And you know how now you get a tablet from Akuwatsa, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name. You get a tablet from somebody and they're like, oh yeah, go find more rituals. And maybe that starts the ritual quest, and it doesn't have to be a yellow brick road, but it's like, oh, and then poof, this beam appears, like 2 screens away, and it's
then
like,
you gotta map
this is the
through
King
it.
of the Mist. And then after that, it's the current system. I feel, bro, GGG, it's a good idea. Do it, guys.
Just in the beginning. So you just like create a circle in the beginning where you start, and it's very deterministic. Very deterministic. And then after that, have your randomness thing start going on. I don't know how hard that is to develop, but whatever.
I do like that. Yeah, for the tier zeros that you have infinite chances on, I feel like you should funnel people to these locations and have them playable once. Then it's random. It will get people hooked.
Like,
Yep.
I haven't found it at all. Like, and I'm playing the game probably more than the average like person who's already stopped playing it, right?
Right.
So like if I can't find it, you know, it's like, you know, and I'm like someone who is this league, I'm someone who is in between like someone who's pretty invested and also like not playing as much this league, you
Me
know?
too. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
level
So like
86. Like you're right around the same area. One
yeah, so
character.
it
Yep.
seems like I should have found something by now like that to like boost my league mechanic that I've been
I agree.
investing or trying to invest in. I just can't, you know? So
Totally agree.
I think they need, so that's I guess that's my prediction is a little bit more determinism for maybe some of these league mechanics.
I think that's a great idea. I like the bubble one. Anything to talk about regarding loot? Maybe potential changes to how the wisps and how they buff drops. You think that's going to happen, or just base currency? Have you had luck with currency at all? I've been very unlucky.
So I mean, I think I've dropped like 4 divine on the mapping, and
Bro, what?
I don't know.
No way. 0.
It's not 0, yeah, and that's not a
0.
lot compared to like other people that are like really, really into this. You know, like they're just like if they don't get a divine every hour, they're upset type thing. You know, so like I don't know, but like my gear and stuff. Honestly, I don't know if I'm super lucky or whatever, but my gear is like good, and a lot of it I found myself, which is like
That's nice.
not what other people are experiencing. You know,
I traded
like
for
my
most
body
of
armor,
Yeah.
my body armor on my monk has over 1,000 evasion and over 400 energy shield.
Yeah, I saw that. That's a really nice piece.
And I found that in a ritual, and then it dropped the other one, recombinated it, and then exalted it. And I was like, that was cool. You know, like that felt pretty good.
Yep.
Like I liked that. I actually really liked the recombinator a lot. At first, I thought the chances were too low, but then I kind of figured out that you can improve them by getting the right item levels and stuff.
Exactly.
And making sure. Yeah. So once I realized that, I used it a bit better, and it was more fun.
Yeah, I learned that from Sir Gog. He was like, people are doing this wrong. This is actually the right way, and it becomes way better. And I had an aha moment like, oh, wow. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Michael, dude, that freaking flew by. It's already 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
it's 10 o'clock. That was crazy. Yeah. It's so awesome to always talk with you, man. This was a good chat. Was there anything else you wanted to touch on? You know, PoE2 wise or otherwise?
I don't know. I mean, I just have some videos up right now, like discussing things like how temporal chains is really brutal right now. Like,
I appreciated your solutions, but I think it's just too much.
Yeah. Here's another idea I had after the video was like, what if there was like a witch in the map that's casting the curse on the entire map, and if you killed her, it just takes it away.
That is interesting.
And
I mean, that's cool.
But if you do that map, it like drastically buffs your rarity or your quantity or your experience. That way, a temporal chains map, you might be like, ooh, that might be nice because I'll get a bunch of XP or something, you know?
I like the witch idea, dude. That's a good idea.
Yeah. That way it won't be so brutal. The first one I had, by the way, was on, I didn't realize how bad it was going to be. And I put it into, it was like, what was it? It was in a tower or something. Yeah, I did it on a tower.
Oh, no.
And it was the first tower I encountered. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do all the mods so I get all the precursor tablets and everything. I go in there and my guy's like moving at a snail's pace. I'm like, what is happening? And so I got through the whole thing. It took forever. The boss at the end was brutal. You know, it was like I couldn't move. Somehow I defeated it, you know, and then afterwards I was like, why is temporal chain so bad? Like, why is it so rough? This is crazy, you know?
Buffed it.
Anyway, there needs to be a reason to do it, though, is what I'm saying.
I like it. I like the witch idea, dude. That's really cool.
Yeah, kill the witch, the curse goes away for the whole map. Also, you get a buff for doing it. So, like, maybe it can be rough because you can't find the witch right away. You know, maybe you place her. Maybe you can put her icon on the mini map just so you can get to her first. But like, maybe she's on the other side of the map. You know, so you might need some boots that give you no movement speed penalty or something.
Yes, Wanderlust.
Yep. Yeah, Wanderlust.
Wanderlust.
Yeah. Wanderlust. Yeah. You like that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, man. I actually, even a witch or like attached to a rare, it's just some interplay besides it just being a pure negative, right? Of course, it adds some quant to your waystone, or, you know, waystone quantity, but it's still like just terrible. 22% is, especially with
the quantity to waystone thing. I think no longer applies with the changes they've made to this patch for waystones. I don't think that it's as necessary.
Yeah.
In the first patch, you literally had to start your mapping experience by putting points into waystone quantity.
Yes.
Just so you could get enough waste. Like, you never had enough when you first started, and then eventually you had so much you didn't know what to do with it, right?
I haven't experienced that yet. Have you at all?
No, this is way better this time. Like, you kill the boss, you get one. I love that. That's great. The rare drops it at the end of each map.
See, I thought that was a 100% chance, but apparently it trails off as you get closer to T15s.
Oh, I guess I didn't notice.
I know. I didn't notice until I started not getting waystones from bosses, and I was like, whoa, hey, GGG, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then my friend linked me. Actually, it trails off as you get closer to T15. So don't go to GGG just yet, you know?
Okay.
See, I was just lucky up until then, like, because I literally, same with you, every boss was dropping a next tier waystone. And I was like, man, this feels good. I'm hopping from tiers.
Yeah.
And then it just stopped, and I got chucked back to T13s. It was sad.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I think, I don't know. I guess there was just other things that, like, it'd be nice if, like, I know a lot of people from the PoE1 community and like other creators that you've talked to on the podcast. Like, I know like Local Hole has always been like, where's the crafting bench?
You know, that was like, good. I'll send it to him.
Yeah. He's always like, what are you doing? GGG, like, put it in there, you know? And coming from Diablo 2 and not playing PoE1, I don't really know what I'm missing. Except that now I kind of understand, like, if you're not because the gear is so tight,
it's very
if
tight.
you can't exchange anything, it's so hard, right? So I kind of get, like, I'm kind of on board with that now. Like, yeah, put the crafting bench in, I guess.
It's the problem that they had in PoE1 with sockets and it being so just difficult when you're leveling to just equip a different piece of gear because you needed to make sure you had the proper sockets for your skill gems. But now it's with, I swear, it's with attributes and gear and skill gems. So I feel like I think 15% just to start with, lowering the attribute requirements, not just on skill gems, but on items as well. So spears were ridiculous while leveling, man. I don't know if you went spear while leveling or if you were quarterstaff and then
I did. I did both the entire time. But the build that you have uploaded most recently is what I've been playing the whole time.
Yeah, whole time. Okay, so you were swapping. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I feel like just the lowering of there and just seeing, like, still make they're still meaningful, right? But it's not so egregious that if you swap out one piece of gear, it just F's over your entire build. So that's a feel bad moment. That's like I can imagine that being a quit moment. If somebody finds an amazing piece of gear, you know, they go to equip it and then they realize, oh, you can't use this skill gem. Oh, you can't use this piece of gear anymore. Oh, like it collapses their build because that happens.
Yeah,
to me.
I think what you have to do in that instance too is, like, if you're playing on Trade League, it's essentially you have to go shopping for all your gear slots now, right? And I don't know if that's great, you know?
It's not. It's a bad feeling.
Yeah.
I can speak from experience, Michael.
Like, it's fine to, like, look on the trade site for, like, is there something that would, like, really help me out here, like on the one slot, you know, like whatever. But, like, for every piece, just because you got a new item, that's kind of rough.
Yeah.
So
no,
I don't know. I hope that they consider those kinds of things. You know, and I'm somebody too, like, with loot and stuff, I pick up more items probably than the average player. Like, I will transmute, augment white items, you know, like, it's just on the fly while I'm running through. And I do that all the time. And that's kind of how I found a lot of my gear, actually. So I didn't have as much of a problem gearing, but I think I pick up a lot more items than most people. And I think Jonathan does too. Because Jonathan is like, I don't know, like he basically says things feel fine to him when he plays, you know?
See, the thing, I don't know how much of the endgame he plays. That's the thing. I think the campaign, I think it feels pretty darn good. I would agree. Like when it first came out, Dawn of the Hunt, I was honest then. I still feel the same way now. I understand that there were obviously a lot of issues that I just have a bad memory, but it felt like launch day. That's just what it felt like. It felt like, okay, yeah, this is a brutal campaign. I'm having to really think about these fights. The monsters are tanky, and it felt fine to me. It just felt the same, but obviously there were a lot of problems, like with mobs being too tanky and all that crap.
Yeah, they had more life and stuff.
More
so
life,
I missed that a bit because I came in. I didn't start the character till a few days later.
Oh, so you didn't even experience it. I don't know. Like it felt normal to me, but a lot of people called it out and were like, "This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's way overblown."
Yeah.
So
I kind of missed that, but like in terms of just leveling a fresh character, it felt exactly the same as the first patch.
Okay.
Like the progression, it was kind of slow at first. I had nothing. I was doing no damage until I got a couple upgrades. It definitely felt the same to me, and I remember thinking the same thing actually. Like I saw a lot of people complaining about it, and I remember thinking like, wasn't everyone complaining in the first patch too that it was too slow?
A good chunk of people the first few days were, and then it trailed off, and then people were praising the campaign and saying how great it was.
Yeah.
This time that didn't have. It just stayed. This is trash. It was
people were really upset.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think they should take that feedback seriously though. Like even though maybe people weren't saying it in the nicest of terms, they should probably think, all right, we need to, because people are gonna want to come back and play these leagues again every few months, and if their memory of the campaign is that it's such a slog, they're gonna think twice about playing a new character, right?
Yep.
Like they might be like, do I really feel like spending 35 hours on a 6-act campaign? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of busy. Like I don't know. So I don't mind if it takes a little bit longer because I kind of enjoy the campaign, but I don't think people agree with me.
You are totally. A lot of people really want campaign skip too. I'm anti that. I'm fine.
I'm anti that as well.
Yeah, I'm fine if it ends up being shorter. It's good, but I just want it to be fun. I really do. And if it's shorter, I'm not a it needs to be super long stan or anything. I just want it to be engaging and fun and not like a steamroll easy thing. I want to be actually fighting the bosses and some of the mobs and hit power spikes and just smoothly progress to endgame, which I don't know. They'll probably get close to that. It's really hard to tell what it's going to feel like until all 6 acts are out, honestly. Like, because the power spike is just so wild in Act 4 right now, or Cruel Act 1. So
Cruel, it's not quite right, but they definitely got to tweak it. And I am excited for the new item types because I actually found a lot of the spear skills to be really cool.
Oh yeah, they're
like,
well designed,
swords and all that. Yeah, like I think, and I actually like a lot of the applications some of them have. Like the one I'm using, the whirlwind one. That one's cool. It slows, it blinds, it explodes if you leave it. It picks up ground effects. It empowers twisters.
I couldn't do the twister thing. That looked too wild. Have you you're playing with twisters quite a bit, but you're also using
them. Yeah, I'm using a bunch of. I'm using Primal Strikes, twisters, whirlwind.
Primal Strikes is awesome. I freaking love that skill.
Gathering Storm and Frozen Locust and Shattering Palm. Like I'm using all of that, and it all synergizes.
Yeah,
actually, like all of it works together. It's actually kind of sweet. And then and I kind of wish there was more of that. Even like I wish more skills could interact with each other. That was kind of what I was anticipating when they first started marketing the game. You know, it's like a man, like Flame Wall with the arrow going through it.
Right.
Like I thought like, oh, all the skills are going to have something like that. Like everything is going to have an interaction, but it's not really like that.
No.
There's some that do, but not everything.
Yeah. It works really well with the spear. The spear really feels designed from the ground up with all that in mind, with all the combinations.
Yeah.
A lot of them do work. So yeah, I can't wait to try a few more because I've honed in on this lightning spear with Primal Strikes, Thundering Leap, and Stormlance, and I've really been enjoying it. I really wanted to make Fangs of Frost work, but I bounced from that because you need to really get the best from it. You need a parry charge, right? Not frenzy. You need to parry something and then hit that parried foe with the melee attack, which makes it kind of rough because I'm not I don't have great reaction time, so I can't like parry constantly. I'll try to find a way to make it work because it's a very satisfying skill. Especially once you get that charge pop off. Yeah,
I'll have to play around. I haven't played around with that yet, actually.
It's cool. It's really cool.
But I'll have to try. My brother did do a lot of the parry mechanics through the campaign, and he liked it. He liked it a lot, actually. But then in the end game, it just wasn't really working out very well. Yeah.
Yeah. Really quickly flies off.
Yeah.
Well, man, this has been fantastic. Everybody watching, make sure you go check out Off Meta Michael's channel on YouTube. You're gonna be posting videos pretty consistently for the next while, Michael?
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to, and
Nice.
just getting out more discussion points, ideas, just like feeling out what people think about certain things that need to change to make the game more fun, more balanced. Those are kind of the themes: balance, fun, build diversity. You know?
Awesome. Love it. Yeah, I've been really enjoying them, listening to them when I hop on work in the morning, man. And I hope you get a surge of subscribers. I'm going to link your channel in the chat and YouTube and Twitch right when we hop off. Thank you so much for hopping on, dude. I really appreciate it. This was great
dude.
Fun.
Thanks for having me, man. You're always so gracious and nice and to talk to. So thanks.
100%. You too. It flew by, and it's quite late. I had a long day, and it was just really chill. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. All right. Bye.
All right, chat. That was awesome, wasn't it? That literally flew by. I'm not even joking. Like, that was actually kind of insane how fast that happened. Off Meta Michael. I'm not kidding. I want to see a surge. Here you go, guys. Come on. There you go. You missed it. Don't worry. I'm going to post the VOD right after. Right after I hop off here. Thank you all. W or L chat. W or L, was that a good chat? Bad chat? Pretty fair? Cool ideas? I thought quite a few cool ideas, right? Nice chat, W. Awesome. Let's go. I saw there was a little bit of sparring back and forth about PoE2. PoE2 good, PoE2 bad. Build diversity good, build diversity bad. An hour and 10 minutes, yeah. Oh. Here we go. L because I missed it, yes. Isn't he awesome? Seriously, go give him a sub. He has great ideas. He does. He does. I love watching. I'm so glad YouTube recommended his channel to me. It was awesome. Too short, bro, but it's 10:18 and I got work tomorrow, man. And I'm pretty sure I have to go on a run still. W chat, excellent. Excellent. Super glad to hear. That was quite fun. T-shirt is good. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's cooling down, but I'm still really hot in here, honestly. I run before bed. Well, I am going to have this video render, and while it's rendering, I will go on a run, and then I will come back, and I will upload it, and I will do timestamps, and I will post it. And then by about 12 a.m., it'll probably be bedtime. So it's 10:19 where I am right now. Bring on Uncle J next. Uncle J, are you fighting with Sir Kayan in the chat? I saw you guys fighting. What is this? What would I like to see in the next PoE1 patch? Here's what I'd really like to see. A new pinnacle boss like the Maven or Eater of Worlds. That's what I think PoE1 needs. It needs like an Atlas shakeup. Will that happen? Probably not. I'm of the mindset that the worst thing for PoE2 right now is PoE1 suffering. I am. That is my new motto. My new thought. Like, I feel like if they can appropriately allocate resources to that game, goodwill like that, and everything with the anger toward Path of Exile 2 and just the intense hatred that people, it would be solved. Like, I don't want to make excuses for people attacking the devs or, you know, hating on PoE2 unnecessarily, but I do understand some of the people's frustrations. It was certainly a discussion. Oh no. Yeah, betrayal changes were said by Mark. Mark said that was going to happen. Betrayal needs no parole. More big bosses, more loot. Yeah, just take a PoE2 boss that hasn't been released yet and placed in PoE1. Stream full time and leave day job? I don't know. Not in this economy, bro. Maybe in a different economy. Not in this economy. If I lived in a different country and I had healthcare provided to me, I'd be streaming. I'd be making content. I'd be immersed. I need healthcare for my kids and my wife. Healthcare for me? I don't need healthcare. I'm fine. I'm under the impression that GGG capacity needs to go up by 30 to 40%. Well, guess what, Nubular? They appear to be losing some of their most talented people, or at least their most senior people. Rory, I don't know if people saw this. Rory Rackham, like the skill guy at GGG for PoE2. Gone. He didn't die. He didn't die. He didn't die. He left the company. He started his own studio. Awesome for him. Indie studio. Awesome game. Great, great, great. Very cool. Rishi, the dude who basically designed like many of the unique items in PoE1, responsible for itemization in PoE2. Kind of sus. He's also gone, right? Chris sailed off into the sunset. We don't actually know what happened to Chris. I think those are the three major ones that we know about. Healthcare is eh. What? What do you mean eh? I need healthcare. Oh, do you mean it's eh in Canada and the UK? I'm just saying I'm in the US, so I need a job that provides healthcare. If I were to go private and do this full time, guys, I think healthcare is like $35,000, $40,000. No, I don't have. I know you guys think I make a lot of money from this. I don't make that much money. Okay, I don't. That's a substantial sum of money. Just moved to Canada. It's not that simple, bro. From one small indie studio to the next. I know GGG is just a small indie studio. Is it only Rory? Does he have anybody else at his studio, Zhao, or is it just him? It wasn't clear from his tweet. When do you think you can go full-time content creator? You're my favorite PoE2 content creator. When I am able to get healthcare alongside making content. Hashtag Medicare for all. Hashtag, I don't know. I'm being stupid. I have a dollar value in mind, but there's no way I can reach that working my full-time job, being a dad that's actually present, being a husband, exercising, everything. I can't do it unless I get healthcare somehow. Maybe I can finagle my way into it. 100% Eclipse, you're totally right. People who are leaving have been there for a long time. Not everybody wants to dedicate their game to one game, two games, one studio. They want to move on, do something new. Not everybody is like, seemingly Jonathan, right? He's staying there, right? The founders, Eric Olofsson and Chris, and then the other, the silent founder, the faded founder. Oh, what's his name? Brian, I believe, the magic guy. You know, not there. It's just Jonathan left now. Try, if you lived in my country with your current content creation, you'll live like a true king. Yeah, not here, not in the US. Don't know, but it looks neat. Okay, that's cool. Will I play the No Rest for the Wicked update tomorrow? I am gonna play it. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. I feel real. The podcast was great. VOD's gonna be posted right after I get here. I don't know if I'm gonna stream it. I might play it. I have the game. I already purchased it, so might as well play it. I didn't like it the first time I played No Rest of the Wicked. I got like 30 minutes in, so I barely have played the game. But I'm definitely gonna give it a go. I don't know if I'll stream it because I don't know. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm in Australia and have no complaints about the healthcare. It sounds so dystopian, healthcare being what limits you. It is 100% what limits me. I have to make sure in case. One of the number one things that bankrupts people in the US is healthcare. I'm not letting that happen to my family. I'm not letting that happen. I have an extremely secure job. I am so valuable. I do my job very well. I have quite good healthcare. I have 2 kids. We might be having a third. And she's not pregnant. She's not pregnant. We just want a third. She wants a third. I said we can have a third. It's fine. I just can't. It's not happening. No, I'm not in Canada. No, I'm in the US. Nope. Do I sound Canadian? Do I look Canadian? My other job is OnlyFans? No way, bro. No way. Nope. No complaints about the Australian healthcare. I mean, sure, but the environment is literally Ray class. True. I'm friendly like a Canadian. Uh-huh. No, my brother's a software engineer. I am a director of paid media. I have a degree in computer science that I have not touched. Try honest to man, don't quit your job. I made the decision, I regretted it. Now I work a worse job while doing content on the side. No, Uncle Jay, I'm not doing that unless, you know, a really good opportunity comes around. Yeah, I'm not being reckless. No way. It's not happening. I'd seem a little bit Canadian. Well, I will say I am close to Canada. How about that? I've been to Canada. Okay, I'm actually going to Canada in 2 weeks to go see some plays. Director of media, email job, like an office job. Yeah, like an office job. No, I direct a team of 9 people. We plan media budgets for large trucking companies across the U.S. To help them get truck drivers for their fleets. Stuff like that. I'm getting into game dev, but I can't make a living making the games I want to, so I'm moving out of the U.S. in the future so I can actually make a living wage while making games on the side. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be checking out different places. Where at in Canada? Well, that's niche. It's surprisingly not... Well, yeah, it's pretty niche, but it's quite lucrative because there's lots of turnover in the trucking industry, and they're always looking for new truck drivers. Oh, you work for a large trucking company in the U.S.? Weasable, if you don't mind sharing. Which one? If you don't want to share, go for it. I'm wondering if I run ads for them. I am going... I don't know if I can share where, because I already said the timeline I'm going, just in case people meet me. I'm going to see plays. I'm very excited because I am currently second largest refrigerated character. Well, second largest. I don't... Second... Cisco? I don't know. Second largest refrigerated carrier in US. No. We've done campaigns for number 4 and 3, though. Not for that one. This is the worst PoE2 content yet. Ah! Is that how it sounded in your head, PvP Gotti? Trucking seems depressing, but I bet you just have to be the right kind of person for the job. If you have a family, I think it's pretty depressing. But if you're single, right, and you don't mind being on the road all the time, I think you could make that life work pretty well. But it is kind of rough. Waiting for some gameplay. Bro, we had a podcast. I'm chilling. I'm talking. I know. I don't know if I'll be able to do gameplay. I want to talk about one more thing because I can't say anything about trucking clients. Sorry, guys. I can't comment on that client, Kip. I can't do it. Your name is very close to somebody I worked with, Kip. What the heck? I saw the tweet about 020. Yep, it's happening at the end of the week. Yep. Unfortunate, but hopefully it's meaty. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. So we're seeing some plays. Guys, I know none of you care about this, and I'm going to watch the view count. People are going to bounce instantly. I have been obsessed. Oh, I have ran massive campaigns for you, Weasable. Yeah. That was like one of our 6th largest client, I think, at one point. Small world. Not really, though, if you're the 3rd largest. I watched Wicked Part 1 last week. And I have had the Wicked movie soundtrack and the Wicked Broadway soundtrack on replay for a week straight. Oh my God. I can't believe I didn't see this in theaters. I'm so upset. So, yeah, Hirschback. Yep. And I always say the name wrong. Weasable. I love that movie. Oh my God. I've seen the stage play. I saw it like 8 years ago. I am now on the notification list for the next time it comes to my city, or the big city near my city. I cannot wait to see it. I have been singing Defying Gravity and For Good and Dancing Through Life and I'm Not That Girl. And I know this is all the ammunition people need to throw insults my way, but I just love that musical. Oh my gosh. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo killed it. Jeff Goldblum was Jeff Goldblum. The prince from what is it? My wife watches the show, the Netflix show with the sex and the England people. The Duchess says, Bridgerton. Right, the prince from Bridgerton. He's in Wicked. He did a great job as Prince Therivo. Oh, it was Bridgerton. Yep. You saw Wicked in 2010 in Melbourne. I saw it in my city like 8 years ago. I'm gonna see it again. Yeah, the sex and England people. That can be a lot of shows actually. I don't know how you can manage family PoE. That's why I follow you, trying to learn the secret. I stay up too late at night, Nabonidus, and I get very little sleep sometimes. No, Tarek. I'm not a no. I just like musicals. Okay. Oh, you're seeing the Book of Mormon? I haven't seen that one yet. I really need to see that one. You've never been able to enjoy a musical, man. I really like Wicked. Oh, Wicked is just phenomenal. Wicked would be better if it wasn't a musical. Oh, that is a hot take. Hot take. You love The Greatest Showman. I like The Greatest Showman too. I did not like Les Mis. I'm sorry. I didn't like Les Mis. You saw Wicked on Broadway and NYC Eclipse? Dude. Dude, you're lucky. My skin looks good for getting no sleep? Well, thank you. It must be the lighting. I'm a big musical enjoyer. So anyway, I just had to geek out about Wicked with some people. I would say Wicked is Wicked. I cried. I have not heard the Epic musical album. No. I cried at the end of that movie, guys. The whole finale sequence, the last 20 minutes had me speechless. Like, Cynthia's take on the film's take on Defying Gravity, I don't know if it's better or worse than the musical. Like, the musical, it keeps going and building and building and building until the very end. And Cynthia, as Elphaba, it has like pause, and it's more theatrical. I'm gonna say theatrical. Like, it's more theatrical because in between those pauses of the song, like, it flashes. When it flashes to the frickin' wizard, Jeff Goldblum, and he's just like looking up at Elphaba flying above the sky, and she's just belting that last, or one of those last notes, and all the lights go out in the Emerald City. Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting chills just describing it. I'm getting chills describing it, guys. Oh, I love that musical. I gotta go watch that. All right, thanks, Zal. I actually got a piece out too. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I had to geek out a little bit about that. Wait. Let's see. Okay. It's not letting me do actions. Okay, we're gonna raid somebody. This is the worst gameplay you've ever seen of PoE2 because we're talking about Wicked. Let's see. Do I recognize anybody? Let's see. Where are we? Okay. I have never seen West Side Story. I know I really need to. Okay, we're gonna throw you to, is Aaron, he awake? He's awake. We'll throw you guys to Aaron. All right, thank you all for watching so much. I appreciate you. Remember, I have a spicy video coming out tomorrow. It's probably gonna piss some people off, but it's the truth. I'm spoken from the heart. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Hope you liked the video with Michael. Link to his YouTube channel below. VOD will be up if you missed it. Stay sane, exiles. Really appreciate ya. Oh, good night. Yes, my run is going to be good. She was the one in the recording for the March of the Witch Hunters that goes on the March of the Witch Hunters. Wait. Message Eclipse. Where'd it go? My band got to play a quick show tune with one of the singers. Oh, dude, that's awesome. All right. Peace out, guys. See ya. Thanks for watching.